do. Hello, it's Scotty Bomb. Welcome back to, sorry if that's crackling, welcome back to another Friday evening stream. How's everybody doing? How was your week? My week was a little hectic. And yet I had a couple free evenings, and I considered briefly doing a slightly earlier stream. But ultimately I decided, I'm just adjusting my sound here. I'm worried that I adjusted the microphone volume. I'm worried it's too low. Too low. There we go. Yeah. So as I was saying, been a busy week, but I had a couple free evenings and I was considering streaming, but it ended up being too late and I can't stream as late on a weeknight, and so it just didn't really come together, unfortunately. But we're here. We're here to continue with some Stellaris. So we're going to just get our game loaded. Obviously, I've got a couple other games on the go because I'm playing some Stellaris. We're going to pick up where we left off. Yeah. So funny story. I'm as I've mentioned before on stream, I do Twitch just really for fun. And I load up my episodes to YouTube mostly for posterity. And I'm usually pleased when I get like maybe 10 views overall. A handful of people dropping in and then like 10 views on YouTube is huge for me. And this first Stellaris video, when I uploaded it, got close to 90 views in a week, and that's unusual for me. So if you watched the first episode of this Stellaris playthrough, thank you, and thank you for tuning back in. That's huge for me. Obviously, for big-time YouTubers, 90 views of their video, I should say, is nothing. It's a drop in the bucket. It's barely a statistic. But for me, that's a big deal. So thank you if you watched the first one, if you enjoyed it, you're tuning back in. This one probably won't do the same numbers, but I appreciate it nonetheless. So thank you very much. I value you. If you tune in tonight, great, thanks. If not, hey, we're just going to play, and this will be up later on Twitch Replay and, of course, on YouTube. Decided to have another drink tonight, too. I got some mead. Let's show that off. Fallen Timber Meadery. They have a honey colada mead. I bought a bunch of their mead at the farmer's market the other weekend because I was curious and I like mead. This is honey, pineapple, and toasted coconut sparkling mead. Their honey colada mead. We're going to give it a try. We're going to try it out tonight. It's maybe a bit of a beautiful sound of a can opening there. Oh dear. Oh dear, that's delicious. Oh, we're going to be sipping that through the evening. Oh my. One thing I noticed on the replay of this as well, and again, I apologize for the choppiness last time. Hopefully there's not as much of that tonight. I was doing this a lot. I didn't realize how much I click my tongue, and nobody's ever called me on that. So I'm going to try to be conscious of it tonight. I apologize if it gets through a little bit, but I'm going to try to not do that as much. Anyway, we're back with more Stellaris here. And we are, and I just did it again, just right there. And we're going to carry on where we left off. I'm gonna get a lay of the land just to remind myself where we all are. And yeah, we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 colonies out of 10 that we need to pop that achievement, and then we can finally discover faster than light travel. And what a glorious day it will be for the United Earth colonies. So we've got a poison-coated backscattering spectrometry. Sensors indicate the presence of valuable substances beneath. Ugh, I can't read tonight, apparently. Valuable substances beneath Cassora II's noxious clouds. That was in the process of being researched. We're back here in the Sol system. That's where we're always going to start. We're going to back off here, take a look, get a lay of the land. It's been a week. We're going to refresh our memory where everything is here. So we had spread actually quite far, despite the fact that we are limited by our own jump drives and a lack of faster than light technology. We have some debris here. I want to say there were some pirates there. Does that sound familiar? Yeah, we had, there was the drones here. I remember now that we had that drone thing going on, and then it turned out they had been co-opted by pirates. And then they launched a little attack, and it was actually far less fearsome than we were expecting. Our fleet went out, took care of the problem. Fleet's now back at Earth, repairing itself back at Sol Station. I feel like we should... The first fleet is not a great name. I think we should rename it right now. Cassinia Kuzina here led our first fleet action against these pirates. And I think we're going to call this Kuzina's Defenders, in honor of the original admiral of our very first space combat fleet. And it's going to be the Earth Defense Fleet, and kind of the surrounding region. We'll see if we get more fleets going as time goes on. Probably we will. Got our observation post here in the Zernian civilization. Keeping an eye on this Bronze Age civilization that's going on here. What do we have over here? We have a gas giant ship project. We have a repair automated shipyard. I want to say I held off on those just in case, because my concern was that if we got some faster than light ships before we made those colonies, it might count as having discovered hyperdrives. I just don't want to risk it. It probably will be fine. I just don't want to risk it. Got another continental world, a size 25 continental world down here at VMOS 3. Poor quality minerals, unfortunately, but still a size 25 world is nothing to turn your nose up to. This isn't an area that we haven't fully explored. Also, there are the listeners of the Shroud down here, who we did make contact with. I'm not certain what evolutionary path what tradition we're going to go with for Ascension. I clicked my tongue again. I'm trying to be conscious of it. What Ascension path we're going to take. I haven't decided yet. Let's queue up getting rid of one of these blockers as well. We're going to clean up the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. I've still got the Twitch overlay up here, and it is making it impossible for me to really see my my stuff without hovering over it. I can kind of see it on the Twitch replay. I said that last time as well. We found some liquid metal up here, and that is huge. And it's in an area we've sealed off. Nobody else can get in here. Chor's Compass is also going to be completely safe. How many energy credits do we got? We should make contact with them. We'd like to purchase some caravan coins. How much can we afford? We can afford 8K, or 8K caravan coins for now. And we'd like to open a reliquary. Got a bunch of engineering research from it. We're going to continue to do that throughout the game because we would like to try to get the Galatron. It is a 1% chance per game, basically, that you might get it. So, oh, that's good mead. That is some tasty mead. Wow. My wife's not a big fan of coconut. At all. She hates it. And it's not a very coconut flavor. It's very mild. She might actually enjoy that. So what do you got here? We secured this area because we wanted to get access to the Gaia world here in the ocean world. This Gaia world also, thankfully, despite the fact that we are very close to the Holy Guardians, doesn't appear to be one of their holy worlds, which means that we can freely... it's got natural beauty. We can freely colonize it. They're not going to get upset at us about that. This is big. I'd like to get access to that minor artifact cache, though we do have some down here in Dorellis. We also have access to Cybrex Alpha. We did uncover the Cybrex homeworld, and of course it has a ruined ring world. And that is big. That is 4 habitable worlds right there, but it takes a while to rebuild them, and we will need mega engineering to do it. And to get mega engineering, we will, of course, have to actually research the secrets of the Cybrex. And we just, number one, we don't have the minor artifacts necessary to begin the project, and then we'd have to actually research the project. That will pop mega engineering for us, which is huge early in the game. It'll take a long time to fully research, but like just having access to it early on is great. This area is probably going to be sparsely attended to because, again, the Emperor Fashan Tulaz of the Bodranitan Protectors is ruling over here. They're probably, the stagnant ascendancy here, the Holy Guardians are probably taking a look at the United Earth colonies and the sheer expansion we've done, despite not having access to faster than light travel. And they're probably losing their minds figuring out what's going on. I did want to secure some black holes so that we could ultimately get a matter decompressor, hopefully, down the road. It'll probably be the Gindor black hole that we plumb with that. It'll get rid of the dark matter node there, but the good news is we have 2 dark matter at the Eternal Horizon, so not a terrible loss. We can certainly survive that. We've got a gateway down here in the Ogma system, but we also have a gateway up here at the Derbiter system. So yeah, we got a lot of stuff going on. We need to get our colony ships going here. We've already got one, the Mozambique. I recall that we had gotten that together just as we wrapped up last week. And we're going to be getting it over immediately to Ken Hijal, because it's already jumped over to the Anaria system. So as soon as its jump drive is charged back up, we're jumping over to Ken Hijal. We're getting boots on the ground on that Gaia world. What else do we have? So the Klondike and the Yukon are both at work. The Yukon is currently not really doing anything, and the Klondike, I believe, is just doing automated... Oh, no, it's building an observation post, right? Because we found 2 civilizations, as I recall, here in the Salieto system, which is pretty big. I believe those were the first 2 primitive civilizations that we had encountered. What else have we got? So the Fahrenheit, commanded by Dr. Pedro Gomez, is currently doing a survey of the Shinnik system. The ISS Hawking, commanded by Dr. Eduardo Perez, is researching the debris from the pirate attack in the Agrore system. The ISS Nobel, commanded by Dr. Paul Collins, is currently investigating the anomaly at Zule Crow 567A. And the ISS Lopez, named, of course, for a great hero, scientist who had died in the pursuit of knowledge, is currently running a survey and an investigation in the Kasora system, currently commanded by Dr. Hiyori Nakamura, who, it appears, has become a leader in the field of psionic theory. Interesting. I don't remember that, but that's very cool. We got a couple other archaeological sites on the go. Message in a bottle. Wreckage of an archaic starship of unusual design. Appears to be a solar sailor, and our archaeologists are eager to take a look at that. In Eurydice system, we found the broken gates, strange signals from a broken dome on Eurydice 2. I don't recognize this particular archaeological site, so I'm eager to take a look at that. Here in the Abres system, we found Seeds of Destruction, an ancient alien starship lying half buried on an asteroid crater, glacial ice, inexorably spreading across most of the ship, but we can access the airlock and we'd like to get in. We've already done the moon bump. We've already done the get inside dig. So there's that. I'm trying to stop. I'm trying to be conscious. So yeah, we got a bunch of stuff on the go. We've got Alpha Centauri A station set up and Iglomia A station set up. We're trying to get some trade stations going. Sol Station, of course, just about ready to be updated to a Starhold. What's our alloy situation looking like? What is it currently queued with? It's building another colonization vessel. I think we should upgrade it to a Starhold and maybe get a second shipyard built at Sol Station. So I think we're going to queue that up as well. And here are our colonies. So just to recap, we've got Earth. Our first colony was the tropical world, the size 25 tropical world of Las Veridas, where we're having a bit of an amenity issue at the moment. So, and we don't have jobs available. So I think we're going to queue up. Should we do some commercial zones first, or should we just jump right into some holo theaters? Holo theaters would give us more unity. Commercial zones give us more trade. And trade is good. 12 trade value per job. And I mean, they don't use consumer goods, and our consumer goods situation is only plus 11 at the moment. We were having problems with consumer goods earlier, as I recall. I think we maybe go with commercial zones for now. We'll queue those up. New Canada, who've been having issues with hostile fauna, high gravity, and an atmospheric aphrodisiac. They have a dust desert, they have savage wildlands. New Canada, they're eking out an existence on what is an inhospitable planet, and they're doing a great job of it, might I add. They're running out of housing and jobs, so we're going to queue up a city on New Canada. We're not going to be able to queue up much more, though, because we're running out of minerals. Port Dogstar's been just having a heck of a time. As I recall, they're dealing with both a dancing plague. I think we managed to figure that out. Both a dancing plague, and they were having some sort of, like, just fungal problems, both on the ground and on the surface. Finally managed to get that sorted out. They don't have an amenity problem at the moment, but that's going to start coming up soon. So we're going to need to get some stuff going on there. Colony at New Troy, also built. Nothing really notable going on here, but it is a water world, so that's kind of interesting. We've already got an industrial district built to help with creating more consumer goods. And then over in the frontier, we've got Atlantica, an ocean world. It's got a crashed First League satellite. An old satellite spews prehistoric communications into the ether. I don't remember that at all, but I do remember the drones. They were the ones who had that drone issue. And then we had San Fernando. They're doing just fine. Another ocean world. What do we got going on here? They've got, oh yes, they found a dimensional portal. Which I believe is to a universe of pure energy, and they've been tapping it for extra power. And then, of course, the colony at Relea. Obviously named by a nerd, but the best kind of nerd. They've got the fungal study zone, because they found the spying mushrooms, but that didn't really amount to much. But it did create an interesting zone. And, of course, the Mozambique, we've got one colony ship queued up, and the Mozambique is going to be headed up here to Kenhajal to found our 9th colony, and then our 10th colony shortly thereafter, and we'll finally pop that achievement. So, with that said, I think the time has come to get into the game. We're going to turn it up to fast speed. Rock potential. Kasora 2 is exceptionally rich in minerals that are unfortunately of no use to us. However, Science Officer Hiyori Nakamura believes the many elements in the crust of Kasora 2 can be transformed into potentially more useful forms through positron bombardment. The ISS Lopez has requested, it should be, that the United Earth colonies set aside 100 energy credits for the purpose of the project. I mean, do it. Do the thing. We certainly have the energy for it. See what comes of that. The Yukon is idle at the moment. I'm not super keen on that. So this area is pretty secure. We definitely want to get that living metal when the time comes. That's going to be big. I'd also like to secure some of these other archaeological sites, if I'm honest. But I do want to continue to spread our wings. We haven't even encountered any other civilizations as yet, other than the Holy Guardians. I mean, where is everybody? We're all alone over here in this part of the galaxy. No first contacts yet, other than the Shroud Walkers and the Holy Guardians. And of course, we're materialists, so naturally we'd be surrounded by a bunch of hippie frou-frou psychics and religious zealots to the nth degree. But it's fine. We're fine. We're doing great. So what are we going to get the Yukon to do? We could head up to Epsilon Indy. We could wait until the Shinnik research is done and then, like, kind of come up into this area. There's a size 12 continental world here with wild storms. We could come down and just start trying to secure these archaeological dig sites. Did I miss one? The kleptomaniac rats. Of course, the rubricator. Down here in the Ashipso system. Just about forgot about the rubricator. We're in no hurry for that, though. We'll want to build a citadel there to take on Shard when the time comes. Yeah. Can the Mozambique? Not yet.
Research complete.
All right, what do we got? Gravitic sensors. We can build a listening post. These sensors have been tuned to look for any gravitational changes in space, such as those produced by the presence of a starship or a cloaked starship. So what next? We still can't do hyperspace travel quite yet, but I'm thinking maybe survey speed. Now's a good time for that. Mozambique's not ready yet. Yukon is still sitting tight. You know what? How about we pop over this way and do some infrastructure building for the time being. What's going on over here?
Special project complete.
Crew of the ISS Lopez are pleased to report the experiment was a success, and a significant number of dense mineral veins on Kasora 2 have been transmuted into usable resources, plus 6 minerals.
Construction complete.
That's just become a valuable system. The Kuzina's Defenders fleet has been fully repaired at long last. That's
Locker
good.
Cleared.
You have completed the other observation posts. We've got both of those under observation now. I don't see why we wouldn't also build the research station there. The Lopez is done there, so let's finish surveying the system. And the Mozambique, are you ready to jump yet? Yes, you are. Beautiful.
Salvage preserved.
What did we get? Specialized combat computers, physics and engineering research, not bad. A mineral cluster. Nakamura is reporting an unusually deliberate geometric configuration of mineral drifts throughout the debris belt by XC78, which is possibly of alien origin. Check it out. All right, the Mozambique has arrived. Which of these is... It's Kenhijal 3. So you're going to be heading there. What's the suggestion? San Lucas. Thinis. Shambhala. I like Shambhala. Let's do that. It's a Gaia world. I think Shambhala's perfect. What's the Hawking up to? They're done with their research over there.
System survey complete.
Where do we send you next? Nick system hasn't been explored yet. How about we send you up there? We'll get you to Emmer first. Fahrenheit's completed the survey of the Shinnik system, so how about we have you jump over here. The Hawking is also... Oh no, you just jumped to the Emmer system. Lost track of what was going on there for a second. We want to get you up to the Nick system. Your jump drive is going to have to finish winding down. I don't know what we can upgrade you with. What did we discover that we can upgrade? Well, let's do the upgrade. Why not? And the Sierra de Plata is ready to go, so we'll get you to the Inaria system. Mineral Cluster is a holographic record, multi-sided, many-edged, and translucent. It remains secure in the ISS Lopez's tractor beam, but our experts will need some time to decode the contents. A special project has been
Situation
issued
log updated.
to expedite the process. Well, let's get that research fired up.
Ships upgraded.
Oh. The primitives on Saliato 4 have become vaguely aware of us because of all the observation going on, no doubt. So we're going to bug out of their system, I think. Where do we want the Klondike to go? Like, I feel like we should be continuing to expand. We've certainly got enough influence for it. The question is where. We should maybe come down here and secure this cluster. We'd get access to the Ogma Gateway this way. We do have some rare crystals down here, which are very nice. And then we might be able to expand it in this way. Now, on the other hand, we could come up this way as well. We've only gotten as far as the Farragon system, but we could take the Kandawri system, which is a nice hard point, and maybe up into the Rukba system, get those minor artifacts. I don't know. There's options. We have options for where we can go. Plus, as soon as we've gotten that 10th colony and we can actually do the research into hyperdrive technology, we'll be able to upgrade to construction ships as well. So. Hawking, are you ready to go? Not yet. You're still waiting. Yikes. The question, it's a real conundrum. Where do I expand to next? Like, do I secure the holdings I've already taken? Because one of the main reasons we were expanding all this time as the United Earth colonies was to get those 10 initial colonies so that we could get that achievement. But we've got them. We've got those 10 colonies now. So the question is, do we consolidate what we've got, or do we continue to stretch our fingers outward a little further? Because we haven't encountered anybody yet. There's no other spacefaring civilizations that we've even caught a whiff of other than the Holy Guardians, who aren't going anywhere, and the Shroud Enclave. So that's the real question, is what do we do? I wish someone had popped into the stream live right now, because then I could confer with them rather than just trying to walk through it myself. Maybe we consolidate a little bit for now, especially because, as I said, I do want to get these archaeological sites online. So that's what we'll do. I think we'll pop down here. We'll transmit ourselves to Ken Hijal. We'll grab Abrez, and then maybe we'll start working our way over here just so that we can secure these archaeological sites to start. I feel like we should maybe come down here and grab Gurim as well. So maybe we'll grab Abrez, and then we'll come down and grab Gurim system first. That way we can just get this whole spur, this whole part of the outer rim kind of locked down and secured in our borders. And then, I don't know, then maybe we'll consider stretching our fingers out a little more. We can slow down our expansion, is basically what I'm saying. Because we've got a lot, and we can kind of go with what we've got here. What's this anomaly? The toxic construction. We might have the Nobel double back and check this out. I think we skipped it because we were kind of desperate to get in here and secure this cluster. That seems likely. Let's get back into the game. Talked through a bunch of stuff. Oh no, the Chancellor has not fulfilled their mandate. That's not good, actually. I would have liked that we had been able to do that. Got a couple things currently on cooldown.
Special project complete.
So the holographic data documents the terms and conditions for a trilateral trade treaty between 3 major alien powers which once dominated this quadrant of the galaxy. The Cybrex? No, they didn't really negotiate with anybody. They were omnicidal machines. We caught a whiff of First League stuff with that satellite. Maybe the First League were active in near this region as well at one point. Context eludes us, and the details are meaningless, but Science Officer Hiyori Nakamura feels that this find will prove invaluable to improving our own ability to communicate with alien forces. 100 experience, statecraft, great. Research speed plus 15% on statecraft, that's always nice to see. Got a couple ships waiting on cooldowns here. What's the Lopez doing? The Lopez has finished that, so we need to get it queued up. Hawking, waiting to jump. Oh, good. Okay, Hawking can jump. That means you should be ready to jump right away. The Sierra de Plata.
Situation log updated.
So Eduardo Perez has been elected. Interesting. Perez was actually in command of the Hawking. Which means we need someone to... Oh, a genius. Mathuse Onyejakewe. Welcome to the team. A certified genius. Dr. Onyejakewe. Absolute genius. Let's take a look at our people here. So, Mabali also has developed an expertise in psionics. What's going on? Why is everybody getting interested in psionic theory? Is maniacal. I think we're going to put our certified genius to work. I realized it's a big research speed bonus that we're kind of leaving on the table. But Anya Jakewe here is 43. And our scientists are aging. I mean, Valerie here is... I realize my image is in the way. He's 85 years old. So I think what we're going to do, we're going to put Dr. Anya Jakewe here at work on the Hawking for the time being, just to gain the experience. And then when one of our scientists retires, he'll be a little more experienced. He'll be in a great position to retire to a cushy research job. I think that's the way we're going to go here. All right, the Klondike should be ready to go right away, too.
System survey complete.
Dr. Nakamura reporting initial analysis of the asteroid's composition points toward potentially interesting finds. Mind the minerals. More mineral wealth in the Casaurus system. I'm intrigued. Take a look at that for me. The Hawking still not quite ready to go into the Nix system. The Klondike still not quite ready to go there. The Sierra de Plata should be jumping in any moment. The Yaston civilization. We have detected the presence of a pre-FTL alien civilization on Yerba 1 in the Yerba system. They have advanced into the equivalent of an Iron Age and divided into numerous petty kingdoms and empires. Their species has spread across almost the entire surface of the planet. We should consider building another observation post. I agree. Where is this? Over here, the Yerba system. The Fahrenheit discovered it. Interesting. We definitely, that's valuable then. So we might consider trying to grab this cluster. Getting access to that. You're not quite ready. You have arrived, so let's get you colonizing Ken Hejal 4A in orbit around this this Neptune-like gas giant. Kraken. An ocean world called Kraken. I love it. Yes. 100%. No notes. How's the Klondike doing? Klondike's still waiting. Hawking still waiting. Klondike should be ready to go any moment. There we go. Fragments of life.
Complete.
It appears that the asteroid J3L1572 and the surrounding debris originate from a former planet. Deep within the center of the asteroid, we can find traces of extremely valuable alloys. There are also hints of bacterial life that is now dried in the vacuum of space. This shows us the celestial body once bore the promise of life. Ore! Beautiful, precious ore. Oh, the Cassora system is so valuable. Yeah, we need to come up this way. I think I know what the Yukon is going to be doing next. This is proving to be a valuable area. I'm gonna move up and claim it. The Hawking not quite ready. You are ready to go. You're going to survey the YAML system. Klondike, how are you? Oh, was I not able to? Yeah, we have enough influence to do this, so we're going to grab the Abraz system, and we can start an archaeological expedition there. Who is our archaeologist? Where is he? Is that the Fahrenheit? It is the Fahrenheit. So when he's done in the Yerba system, we're going to have him swing back down this way to the Abraz system.
System survey complete.
Hawking should be ready to go. Oh, look at that, and perfect timing, because he's done now. So we can get as far as Eternal Horizon, and that will probably be within the radius to be able to get us to Abraz in one more jump.
Research complete.
Exploration protocols are no! Oh boy, my mouse double clicked and accidentally clicked on hyperspace travel. Literally the worst. The one thing we cannot grab yet, not until those two colonies are set up. We're going to go with administrative AI. Only take 11 months. Big boost to our research speed there. Oh, it might just be out. It might just be outside the radius. Oh, it's right on the edge. Oh, it's right outside. It's okay. It's okay. It'll take us a little longer to get there. You know what? Maybe on the way there, we'll have him stop back at Degantu. Maybe I should have gone there first. Something to consider. You're still not ready to go. There we go. Let's survey the Nyx system. Nothing immediately...
Spaceborne life form encountered.
Attacked him. Another toxic terraforming candidate. We've already read that a bunch on the previous one. Where's the space form life form? Oh, we got some space amoeba over here. We pacified them. We no longer register as a threat to them, basically. And they basically think our ships are just more space amoeba now. And that's good. That means that we've got them bamboozled. Our alloys are doing good. Mineral wealth is starting to accumulate again. Getting some influence. Need to wait for the Fahrenheit to be ready to jump again. That's what we're waiting on.
Research complete.
What do we got? Mining station output. We got 0G refineries. The addition of internal refineries on mining stations will substantially increase mineral production. Beautiful. So what next? Living metal. That's going to come down the road. It would take years. 311 months to research it right now. None of this is super exciting. Maybe powered exoskeletons, but we've already got a little bit of a research boost on ceramo metal materials because of the pirates, I believe. So I say we take a gander at that. Just waiting on that jump drive to cool down.
Construction complete.
Klondike is done with the station there, so we'll get mining stations set up. That's 8 more minerals, which is big right now.
Construction complete.
And the Shinnik system as well. We'll hold off so we can get a little more influence built up. In large part due to the interrupted terraforming process on New Troy, the moon has a somewhat unstable climate. Violent storms that our climate models can't predict often materialize without warning. One such storm recently swept over a major settlement, resulting in several deaths and a lot of destroyed property. Plus 10 devastation. Unfortunate. That's on New Troy. Huh. Got a bubbling swamp. They discovered a toy factory, an alien toy factory here. I remember that. I can't remember if this was a planet where we were told we could try to terraform it more, and I was like, no, we need the habitable world. We're not going to do it. So that might be the price we're paying now. Why can't Pedro take a look at that? Another instance where we just kind of needed to be there, I guess. Another new archaeological site in the Yamal system, a strange asteroid. Seemingly unremarkable at first, closer examination of ON-82 has revealed that it is actually an artificial construct designed to mimic a natural asteroid. Fascinating. We're definitely going to check that out. Sigma Draconis. Got an alpine world there. We need some jobs at San Fernando. Got some mining going on here so far. What are we low on? Food production is stable. We got decent mineral income, decent energy income. We're back into a deficit on our consumer goods. So I think it's time to build. Oh, just one. My mouse is being finicky again. How's everything else going? Sol system also in need of some jobs. And again, if we're at a consumer goods deficit, we need to build more consumer goods. We're going to do that. You know what? We're flush, so we're also going to get rid of the Delhi sprawl, remove that industrial wasteland. Singing Planet, what we first assumed to be a deliberate attempt at communication, has turned out to be an unusual but naturally occurring phenomenon. The magnetic waves produced by the planet, given proper handling and editing, may sound a bit like talking or even singing, but they are in no way created by a thinking being. Some of our scientists, however, find it pretty catchy. It might be possible to make use of this phenomenon, possibly by hosting artists or VIPs at a station created solely to catch these signals and play relaxing music. Fascinating. 3 Unity. That's awesome. Good work, Nobel. During its survey of Yamal 3, the ISS Lopez has discovered a previously unknown strategic resource called Zro. It is an extremely rare aerosol of exotic particles that appears to have been deposited here through a meteor impact, but its true origin is a mystery. If ingested by psionically gifted individuals, the aerosol should act as a very potent and potentially addictive drug that enhances psi abilities. While we do not yet possess the means to extract this resource, we should seriously consider establishing control over the system for future exploitation. I mean, we've already decided we're going to claim this area. Yeah, Zero. Definitely a mysterious substance of exotic particles that has nothing to do with dead bodies. Absolutely not. 100% guaranteed it does not. The Dacha system. Oh, right. We discovered this just before we finished. It was kind of hidden there behind Halido. And it's got it's with Gaia worlds. We should go and check that out. That's the strange asteroid. Okay, the Nobel is done. So maybe we come over here and check out the Dacha system before we move on.
Construction complete.
Life signs. Onyejekwe reports that despite the toxic content and high pressure of this moon's atmosphere, strong life signs have been detected coming from the surface. Take a look.
System survey complete.
Couple things going on here. The Nobel is just going to charge up. The Lopez is done. So let's pop over to the Sigma Draconis area. Sol Station has upgraded. We're going to queue up a new shipyard. For now, that's all. What else have we got here? For now, that's all. That's all we're going to do for now. I've got some other things in mind for once we've researched them, so we're not going to worry about that for now. We need jobs at Relea. How are we doing? We're still building up our consumer good production, but I mean, we need that consumer good production. We're going to need to worry about food sometime soon, too. We don't have the minerals right now. Interesting.
Spaceborne life form encountered.
What's this now? Pi aliens in the Freedar system. I was worried for a moment that we might have finally made contact with another spacefaring civilization, but instead we appear to have discovered crystalline entities. All right, let's get the first contact team on it. Maximushkin, Linda Scott Jr., and Herbert Hudson. I know Linda Scott Jr. and Herbert Hudson have done some work. Has Ijan Maximushkin done anything? Let's get you to work. Waiting on the cooldown there. We want to get another... It's going to take another month. We want to get some more jobs going at Relea. The Vegrelian Triumph. Always on the lookout for more downline distributors. Care to join the Trium family? Show us your wares. Offer Trium brand bunk beds. These innovative, space-efficient, stackable sleep receptacles increase the habitation potential of planetary housing, allowing you to squeeze in more capita per square meter. For the low, low price of 2 of your specialist pops, we will need some help with the bookkeeping. One-time delivery to a single colony. Bunk beds are guaranteed to last 80 years and not a day longer. Increases housing by plus 10%. You know what? I'm not interested at this time. Carry on. Waiting on a couple things here.
Construction complete.
We'll grab the Halido system. That's going to be the last one we're going to be able to grab for the moment. Ammonia biosphere. Although toxic to most forms of known life. Nix 3A supports a thriving ecology within the higher pressure of its atmosphere. A high pressure, rather. Life here uses ammonia instead of water as a solvent and has developed in ways that differ significantly from previously established ecological models. Its study would greatly benefit knowledge of xenobiology. Fascinating. All right. Whoa.
Research complete.
A detailed survey of Nix 3 has revealed that it may have once supported life in the distant past. We've got a terraforming candidate discovered. Some research has pinged. There's our administrative AI. We could do moat harvesting. We could do, cloaking. We're going to get basic cloaking fields going. Yes. Give me cloaking power so that we can cloak our than anything. The Nobel is ready to go and check out the Dacha system. How's this doing? Oh, we can finally build another industrial district there. Perfect. Everything's coming up good. To the Dacha system. What's going on in here with all these worlds of plenty? Orbiting each of the 3 stars in the Dacha system are ecological paradises. Gaia worlds, each capable of sustaining organic life. Initially, we thought these might be uninhabited given the lack of pollution. Yet after performing deeper scans, we discovered large, sprawling cities spanning each planet from end to end. Still stranger, it seems like only the central star has planets originally from the system. The others are orbited by planets from Halito and other more remote systems. But how?
Construction complete.
How could this be? it should be impossible. I built a station here and didn't do anything with it. Let's get a trade hub going. Ooh, New Troy is running out of housing. We need to get a city built on New Troy stat.
Construction
It's going to take
complete.
a few months, but we'll take care of the housing problem there as soon as we can. We'll get you building the research station. I realize that's taking some of the precious minerals that we were just trying to save up for housing, but it'll be all worth it in the long run.
New frontiers established. Blocker cleared.
All right, Shambhala's built. Habinate Unified Worlds encountered. Surveying a new Gaia world is usually a momentous event, but for the crew of the ISS Nobel, it's going to become routine for the next few months. The multiple worlds house some very strange pre-FTLs. They obviously have not achieved spaceflight yet. Their renewable energy production rivals our most efficient reactors. A further oddity are the equal spread of resources. Every world has everything they need to survive, which should be impossible. We are seeing goods only produced on one planet arrive on another without a single transport ship taking flight. We need an observation outpost now. The irregularity we had designated as pi aliens appears to be made of some sort of crystalline material. Curiously, it seems to be able to propel itself across the void and protect itself when necessary, indicating it may be alive. Our researchers are working hard to find out more. Keep at it.
System survey complete.
So the survey at Sigma Draconis is done. We'll head down to the Hoda system. Got some space amoeba there, but they are harmless now. Harmless giants. Harmless giants of space. Asteroid approaching Salieto 4. Small astronomic lab on our observation post orbiting Salieto 4 has detected a Class 4 asteroid on an incoming trajectory. Unless action is taken, it will impact the planet's western hemisphere with enough force to cause an extinction-level event. Our mission of passive observation would typically prohibit us from intervening, but many of our scientists have argued for an exception in this case. To do nothing would mean to condemn the Pioran civilization on Salieto 4 to certain death. A difficult situation indeed. I agree. We need to try to do something. Mobilize the Kuzina's defenders. We're going to fly there as quickly as we possibly can and just hope we make it in time.
Construction complete.
Like, it is what it is. We will fly there with all due haste. Get a city built there. The Yukon is currently sitting high and dry, but we lack the minerals necessary at the moment to do anything with the Halita system. The Klondike also currently not doing much. They're just going to have to sit tight for the time being, I'm afraid. But you know what? We'll have the Klondike head up to the Velico system so that we can get some research stations built once our mineral situation has improved somewhat.
System survey complete.
Something smells. Anya Jekwe reporting. Scans indicate the presence of a foreign alien-made object on one of Nix 10's many frozen mountaintops. Well, take a look.
Research complete.
Ceramo metal armor has been researched. We could do exotic gas extraction, ion thrusters. I think mineral purification. We keep running into a mineral deficit, especially because we're going through minerals so quickly because we need so many for consumer goods. Humans love their consumer goods. We're very wasteful people. So I think mineral purification is going to be the way to go. We're trying to get there as fast as we can, I promise. Wait, what? The asteroid that was headed towards Salietto 4 has been destroyed before it could reach the planet's surface. What fragments reached the atmosphere burned up safely before they could cause harm? Aside from having witnessed what must have been a spectacular meteor shower, the pre-FTL aliens of the Pjorn civilization have no idea how close to extinction they just came. Nor will they. Wait, what happened there? Wait, stop. It's too much stuff going on. Degantu 3 is crisscrossed by overlapping mineral composite bands that are elevated above the harsh surface by tall flexible pylons. Constantly agitated by atmospheric winds, these pylons sway and the overlapping bands rub together to produce sonic waves that, at what we, to humans, are to humans inaudible frequencies. Science Officer Pedro Gomez reports some difficulty in isolating this audio from the natural background noise of the planet, but notes that the mineral bands could, should we so choose, be broken down and efficiently recycled in the United Earth colonies. Fascinating. The asteroid hasn't been destroyed, it's still there. And it's still on a collision course. Weird. Something went weird there. Something weird just happened. Because that asteroid absolutely has not been destroyed. Oh, come on. The fleet needs to get ready to go. A whiff of something. The ISS Hawking has recovered an elongated metal box from the surface of Nix 10. Clusters of small perforations on 5 sides lead Science Officer Mathusi Onyejekwe to believe that it is not a container, but some sort of aerosol dispersal device. Initial tests seem to confirm their suspicions as trace aromatics still emanate from the object. A special project has been issued to confirm whether this might be an information-carrying device constructed by some alien race communicating primarily through the secretion and reception of atmosphere-borne chemical compounds, i.e. smells. That's a hand, not a starship, by the way. Malodorous! We can do an olfactory study.
Situation log updated.
Okay, we got a couple things on the go here. The Fahrenheit has now officially ceased its movement. It can come over here and get ready to start excavating. The Hawking has the research project. I believe that's the olfactory study is probably ready to go. We'll deal with the Dacia system soon enough. I think what we're going to do is we're going to have the Halido grab Yerba over to Higashik Ada, Hoda, and Sigma Draconis, and then we can secure this area. Because the strange asteroid I want, the pre-FTL civilization I want to take into our fold. The Kasora system is just super valuable at the moment. There is a size 12 continental world here. Yeah, we're gonna try to secure this as best we can and as quickly as we can. We probably have enough minerals to build those research stations now, so we will. Come on, come on! Oh, finally!
New frontiers established. Special project complete.
A whiff of something. The box is indeed a document of a sort. Science Officer Onyejekwe admits that they had been hoping for a historical record of some kind, or some other kind of codex significant to whichever culture left it behind, but were disappointed. The true nature of the aromatic box seems to be a collection of fairly short narratives, which, going by the rapid changes in odor toward the end of each sequence, are intended to be a surprise or to be interpreted as comedic. The techniques used to store and reproduce specific smells is of some interest, but the tales it tells are not. The crew of the ISS Hawking are left with the uncomfortable feeling that they have unwittingly become intimately familiar with what certain gaseous byproducts of alien digestion smell like. However, Mathuse Onyejekwe is unwilling to speculate as to why the box was dumped on this frozen hellscape of a planet. Interesting. A bunch of society research gained from that, so it's not a waste. The Hawking has done its survey of the Nix system. So the question is, where should we send it next? Nothing that needs researched at the moment, currently within range. I feel like we should maybe start swinging around this way. So maybe we have it start heading down this direction. So let's have it come down to the Safaban system. The Fahrenheit has arrived, which means Dr. Gomez can begin his archaeological expedition. And Kuzina's defenders have finally arrived in defense of Salieto.
System survey
4.
complete.
We're going down prosperity right now, so we could. This will actually help with. That'll help with New Troy. Building a district upkeep. That'll be good. We want this real bad. Let's do the administrative operations for now. What's the Lopez doing? You're not doing anything. You're done. Okay, so we're going to have you come down here and survey this system next. The Yukon is able to head up to the Yerba system, so we'll have that happen. Las Veritas also dealing with a lack of habitable world or habitable space at the moment. We'll deal with that too. All right, back to the fleet action. The asteroid is getting pummeled by our fleet. We have destroyers and corvettes at work trying to blast it before it gets too close to the planet. Things are getting a little too close for comfort. But the asteroid's starting to come apart. Interference. Dr. Nakamura reporting ship sensors are picking up an unexplained pattern of interference in the Higashik Ada system. By all means, take a look. It's coming apart now. Asteroid destroyed. There we go. And that's the what should have fired when we actually destroyed it. All right, we're going to retreat pretty much immediately. Don't want to attract too much attention to ourselves. Crystalline entities. Our researchers have finished investigating the reports of extraordinary free-floating crystal-like objects observed in the Freedar system. Their findings are startling. The ship-sized objects and their slightly smaller but equally crystal-like satellites at first appeared inert, but sudden shifts in their orientation relative to our ships and new energy signatures emerging from within the prisms indicate they might be alive. A fascinating prospect, to be sure, but they should be approached with caution. Our best and brightest are standing by to study these entities. Once again, I believe that we can learn to coexist with the space fauna. Get another city built here in Las Veritas. It's really becoming quite urbanized. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All of our colonies are gone. Hold on. Oh, and we popped the achievement. I didn't even notice it. The path not taken. 0.1% of players have achieved the path not taken. Have 10 colonies without ever discovering hyperdrives, and you just saw me do it right here. You just witnessed me grabbing an achievement that only 0.1% of players have achieved so far. Granted, it's still early days on this expansion, so we're just ahead of the curve. More people will get it. Maybe you will get it next after having watched this. But that means that at long last, in 22 months, after we've discovered cloaking technology, we will discover hyperdrive technology. For the record, we maybe almost should have been playing like this. It dawned on me after the fact that we could have turned off the hyperlane map and we could have gone blind and just been like, you know what, let's explore. Let's just take a look around, see what we find, see if we can find some worlds, and been kind of like in the dark about where the hyperlanes were. I mean, it would have made the game a little more difficult because we wouldn't have been able to see all the choke points and we'd have been blind. But I mean, maybe that's something we do in the future with another eager exploration start, is go in completely blind, just using our jump drives, grab what we can, and then only after we've discovered hyperdrives do we throw on the hyperlanes and see what we got. See if we were lucky or not. Who knows? Something to consider. Obviously, we didn't do this. I didn't even think of it last time, so it's too late to do it now. But we did it. We got the achievement we were looking for. That doesn't mean we're going to stop, obviously.
Construction complete.
We will continue. Let's get the observation post fired up first. Sonified science. ISS Lopez crew has succeeded in isolating a signal. We're going to call this International Science Ship, I think. That's what ISS stands for. International Science Ship. I like it. So the ISS Lopez, I clicked my tongue, I apologize, has succeeded in isolating a signal embedded within the unusual pattern of interference in the Higashik-Ada system. The signal is a song, a complex sonification of an advanced mathematical equation, to be precise, and one that Science Officer Nakamura cannot seem to get out of their head. Who or what may have composed this song remains unknown, though its complexity infers an incredible level of technological sophistication regarding subspace harmonics. The signal's geodesics suggest a point of origin from outside our galaxy. Curious. Very curious.
Research complete.
I want to get you back to the Sol system ASAP. What do we got? Xenobiology, researched. Well, this is interesting. Epigenetic triggers. I believe we have discovered some pre-sentient life in our... So what have we got here? The Bodronites, naturally. We know about them. They're the Fallen Empire. The Takiyu are the Seekers of the Shroud. We've also, of course, encountered the Thorquell and the Vengral, who are the traders. They run Chore's Compass. They're the traveling traders. We know about them. The Valion. Who are the Valion? There's the Piorun. We just saved some Piorun. And there's the Cerny. They're primitives on those two competing worlds that we've discovered. They're Necroids, so... none of these look like pre-sentients to me. I'm sure we had discovered some, though. But where? Hard to say. Got no anomalies going on. We're currently well behind the Bodranitan protectors when it comes to victory. Unsurprisingly. We're not going to worry about crystalline pacification quite yet. We don't need to go through that system at the moment, and we've got to get hyperdrives. Now that we can, we've got to get them. So these are both on hold for the time being. We should be able to get these going soon, so we'll need to go back and collect those. Urbanizer, 2 additional city districts. I believe we're actually well en route to doing that, so this Chancellor will get their mandate taken care of. So that's cool. Just waiting on Kuzina's defenders so that we can get back to the Sol system. Thieves! After a recent visit of the Orlan Memorial Caravan to Earth, it has been noticed a number of resources are missing from the Central Reserve. It is suspected the Orlan Memorial Caravan somehow made off with them. My precious! I mean, it's 200 energy. It's not the end of the world. That's kind of the cost of doing business with the Caravanneers. Sometimes they leave good stuff behind, though. So you know what? I consider it a fair trade. Sometimes they take a little bit. Sometimes they leave a little bit. It all kind of comes out in the wash. Las Verdes also dealing with a lack of jobs. Now we're building a city, so some amenities, some jobs, and some housing will come out of it. Only 48% stability. That's not great. Don't care for that much, but to be fair, that'll improve when people will be happier once there's a city for them to live in.
Construction complete.
So there's that. What do we got? Seeds of Destruction. Rage in a cage. When we opened the airlock of the alien starship, putrefaction and decay awaited us on the other side. Our preliminary investigation has uncovered a scene of carnage. After examining the mutilated bodies of the crew, we are certain they tore each other limb from limb. If we could just leave, but then we'd never know why this tragedy occurred. Fascinating. 10 minor artifacts, very valuable for us at the moment. We've got 540. We need a heck of a lot more than that. We need like 700 or something, don't we? Yeah, 750. We're well on our way, but we're not quite there yet. San Fernando is good to upgrade. The reassembled ship shelter is going to be upgraded into a proper colonial center. Shambhala needs some jobs. What do we got? Consumer goods are doing good. They have... Look at all this. Look at all this potential for energy districts. Let's harness the energy of this Gaia world. Kraken is still okay. Or trying to be a little easy on our mineral reserve here for the time being. So we're going to build as needed. Just for the next little while. Can the defenders return to Sol Station? They can. Excellent. The Yukon is going to be able to build a mining station. The Klondike is on standby still. So here's my question. Well, the Yukon secures this area. I feel like this is more valuable right now, and we don't know what lies beyond, is the simple truth. There could be an alien empire like right here. We don't know. Whereas we know there's nothing down here at the moment. And worst case scenario, I'm willing to let this go. I'd rather not, especially with the rare crystal deposit here and the gateway, but this is not the end of the world. This is super valuable to me right now, and I've already invested in it. We could grab the Zuli Crow system. I mean, we don't really have the influence for it at the moment either. There is that. I kind of want to get in here and get to Eurydice. The Broken Gates, I'm not even sure what that is. So maybe we grab Murnaz soon. I feel like we need to take this area first, though. So you know what? Maybe it's more valuable to come up here. You know what the heck? Build a research station while you're there. And then we'll have 2 ships up here to help take this for the time being. The Hawking is ready to continue exploration. We were going to have you swing down this way, but can you salvage the gas giant ship? That is a science ship, so let's have you salvage the gas giant ship. Come down this way. The Nobel is also ready to go, having researched the Dacha system. We already have the Lopez up here, and it's going to be heading up to Bourse, I think, next. So we will have the Nobel, I think, maybe come up this way. And the Lopez is actually done. It's going to be heading to the Dorse system next, or the Bourse system next. We'll also have it meet in the Runum system. And then it'll come up to the Bourse system next, and then maybe skip across into here. Beauty of jump drives. We still have them for a while. We might as well make use of them, right? The defenders are jumping to Sol. Pictorial descent. Multiple nonverbal communication systems have emerged independently on Salieto 3. With conflicting sets of imagery and hieroglyphs, the inhabitants are still centuries away from forming a dominant language. Interestingly, one of the writing systems has a similar grammatical structure to our own. If Saliato 3's society were to adopt the system, they could become culturally malleable in the future. So we could make them a little more materialist. We could play God a little bit here. So there's the question. We are eager explorers. We are xenophobes. We love alien life. And we're egalitarian too. I mean, so there's a feeling like they should be able to stand on their own, right? I'm a little torn. Because on the one hand, my society feels like it would be like, you know what? We want to observe them do their own thing. But on the other hand, I feel like maybe our society is a little torn and going, but wouldn't it be better if they were more like us? You know what? No. I think at the end of the day, their language is their own. Who are we to play God with these people? All right, the Hawking's ready to salvage that ship. The Nobel and the Lopez are both on cooldown. Cusina's defenders can begin their retrofit at the station. Los Verdes is working on that. New Troy needs jobs. You know what? They don't have any other infrastructure going on at the moment. We could build an autochthon monument and get some unity flowing. I think that's probably our best bet at the moment. More unity is more better. Feel good about that. Feeling good about that. Waiting on a couple cooldowns here. All right.
Construction complete.
We've gathered enough information to create a new insight technology to explore further. The next time we have an observation event that would advance our insight, we will gain new research options. Very good. So basically, when we observe pre-FTL civilizations now, our scientists can take note of interesting ways they do things. Branches of technology that we may be pruned early on in our own civilization that they are expanding and flourishing with. Maybe they think differently, so they approach problems in new and unique ways. And we could go, that's genius. We would never have thought of that ourselves. We can appropriate that technology and find a way to integrate it into our own society, our own technology. It's a really cool new feature, actually, with the game. And one that I am excited to play with some more. So the Higashik Ada system is our next target. We're going to swing up this way, basically, because it's the shortest path. So we're going this way, and then we're going to collect all of this, and that way we can secure this cluster from both of these branches, just in case. We'll deal with the Duchess. There's stuff going on there, and I want to secure this area before we grab it. So a group of investigators have found a hidden factory on Shambhala. The building and its state of decay tells us of an old civilization, one that excelled at constructing things that stood the test of time. Our population would easily be able to use the facility to add to the colony's production output. Very well. Odd factory. Use the odd factory.
Upgraded.
If it was left by an alien civilization, we may as well make use of it. We've got 2 extra naval capacity. I think we build another destroyer, add it to the fleet. Are you guys ready to go? You are ready to go. So you head there, and you head there, and let the surveying commence. All right. An elaborate laboratory. Digging deeper, we have uncovered the ship's science lab. Minimal power saturates the scene in ultraviolet I was thrown because of the earlier carnage. Illumination. A riot of purple shrubbery is releasing thick clouds of spores. The ship's doctor used a laboratory and ventilation shafts to flood the ship with an intoxicating mist. Intriguing. Why? And indeed how? The Klondike is currently building the station. You know what? The more I've thought about it, the more I'm feeling like we should get this secured too. You know what? I'm really torn. I'm really torn on that. This is safe. We don't need to worry about someone else like sniping those from us. So during its survey of Igoike 7, the ISS Nobel discovered several exotic gases previously unknown to us. These gases have a variety of different uses, particularly in the operation of advanced energy-based weaponry and force fields. Some of the gases can also be used as starship fuel or even as recreational drugs. While we do not yet possess the means to extract the resource, we should seriously consider establishing control over the system for future exploitation. This is over by
complete.
Holy Guardian territory, so, I mean, we haven't encountered anybody over here yet. Not much going on in the Borse system. What do we got here? An Arctic world? Over in Zoldar? Oh, the jump drives are still researching. There was only one thing in the Borse system. Oh, because it's a neutron star, of course. Or a pulsar, rather. So, not much in the way of worlds here, just a single barren planet. And of course, the neutron star itself, valuable for engineering research. Klondike's done. We're going to move you here. I'm not quite ready to grab these yet, because I want these first, but we're going to get you in place to do it when the time comes.
Special project complete.
In a masterful display of engineering, the team under Science Officer Mathusi Onyejekwe has managed to gently raise the derelict ship on Ural 3 to the gas giant's upper atmosphere. Despite its age, the ancient cruiser is in remarkably good condition, and we have restored power to its systems. No trace of the original crew remains. We have brought over our own and commissioned the ship into the fleet. Fantastic. So a derelict cruiser of ancient design. Medium plasma accelerators, large X-ray lasers, a hyperdrive system. Perhaps we will take it back home and reverse engineer this technology to help us develop hyperdrive travel. .600 fleet power just by itself. An antimatter reactor, Durasteel armor, advanced shielding technology. This is the ISS Salvage. International spaceship. When it's not a science vessel, it's international spaceship. When it's a science vessel, it's international science ship. Wowie. And it doesn't need cooldown the same way because it has hyperdrives. So we can just send it back to the Sol system. We're going to do so. Assign it to Sol. The Hawking has done what it was doing. Now, I believe that we need a construction ship here. We don't even have construction ships yet. So not much we can do there. The Hawking should be able to jump again, though. So let's go down to the Walmoro system. Is the Lopez ready to go? Not quite. Throw the switch! We think we are immune to the full effects of the intoxicating mist. If we can get the ship's engines online, we can launch the ship and send it back home to study. This will take time, but the elaborate pharmaceutical laboratory may provide useful biochemical augmentation for our Empire's soldiers. Bring the reactor online now, or run diagnostics. Let's play this safe. We've already had enough weird alien gas causing problems back on Port Dogstar. You would say do it. Also, hello, Eldon. Welcome to space! Playing Stellaris. Yeah, but I mean, weird alien gas has already caused me so many problems on one of my colonies. We've learned our lesson. We're gonna run diagnostics and make repairs first. We foolishly thought we were immune to the mist, but our scientists are experiencing fits of psychotic rage. See? See? Fighting has broken out ship-wide. We will need to clear the atmosphere and subdue the mist's victims before we can launch the ship. The delay will cost us time. Subdue the maniacal scientists. It's fine. This is fine. I would rather not have accidentally spread that mist on Earth. Cloaking technology. A modified particle field allows our vessels to effectively hide in open space. However, this comes at the cost of destabilizing other forms of energy shielding which would otherwise protect the ship. We now have access to cloaking technology, and more importantly, we can now begin to research hyperspace travel. Hyperdrive 1. Bring it online. Klondike's going to sit tight for the time being. The Lopez can jump finally. No, it can't. All right. Need those hyperdrives. What do we got? That's still on the go. We just salvaged that ship. There was something I was going to do. Right. I was going to check this. All right, so now that we've developed cloaking technology, all of our observation posts have automatically cloaked themselves. That was almost immediately installed, like within days of the technology being discovered. Word of it got out, and we began to get that online. You know what? You're waiting there anyway. Maybe we should come over here and get those secured. So now we have cloaking tech. We can also cloak our science vessels now as well. Or rather, our exploration vessels. They're not full science vessels yet. We're getting there. We don't actually have the influence yet to expand, so we will start by doing that. No reports of any problems have been issued from the Odd Factory on Shambhala. Seems the colony will maintain the projected production estimates. Excellent. That's good. I like it when our scientists don't mysteriously go missing in a strange factory. That pleases me. Oh my god! The curators. This is big. This is huge. Oh, I forgot. We had already encountered the curators. Right. The agreement we signed giving you access to our databanks has run its course. I totally forgot we'd made contact with the curators. Yes, 1,000%. We would love nothing more than to purchase this resource. And once again, we're also starting to deal with consumer goods deficits. So we will get an industrial district going on Kraken. You're not ready to go. Another toxic terraforming candidate. We know about those. Unexpected mineral seams. Geological surveys on Kraken have revealed the planet is richer in minerals than we thought. After calibrating our sensors to penetrate deeper into the ground, we have discovered several promising mining sites. Should we direct additional resources to probing efforts, we might yet uncover deeper veins of useful ore. No funding, start digging, or funding granted, probe deeper. Yeah, let's do it. We've got the money. Someone has died. Absolutely nothing could go wrong. So I had already said that Mathusi Onyejekwe, a certified genius, would be assigned to whichever would be retiring to a research chair just as soon as one came available. And alas, it seems one has. I say alas only because the scientist died. This does, of course, mean that the Hawking now needs a new scientist. So, survey speed is big. Also, 32 years old. I think Eve Reinhardt just got hired. I'm not even going to look at the other two. That's perfect. That's exactly what we need. The Hawking is still powering up its jump drives. Finally, the Lopez is ready to go. Nothing will or could go wrong, really. Deep veins. The ground of Kraken is a tedious process. Our scanners to the ground composition, and shifts in the geological layers mean that we have to recalibrate them every time. Still, we have discovered more exploitable veins of high-quality ore. Their depths make the logistics of the mining operation more complex than usual, but it will take more than that to stop us. There is no assurance that additional probing operations will lead us to more mineral veins. So we could at this point begin the mining operations, plus 15% minerals from jobs. That's big. We need minerals. Or there has to be more. I'm satisfied. You know what? I'm satisfied. We can turn this, we can build some more mining here. Absolutely. 1,000%. San Fernando already set up as a mining world. Have we finished the mineral purification hubs? Not yet. We're starting to see job shortages crop up. That's not great. So Relia's already forging. I think this is going to be a civilian industry world. We need so many consumer goods so badly. I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, but I'll mention it to you now because you just tuned in. I'm drinking a Fallen Timber honey colada. It's honey, pineapple, and toasted coconut mead, and it is delicious. It is absolutely delicious. I'm very much enjoying it. Also, my nose has started to run because it's cool down here. One sec. And I'm going to reach over here. Grab a little Kleenex. Let's do a little... Sorry, I bumped my mic there. Do a little wipe. It's a little cool in the basement. I should have thrown on a hoodie, maybe. My nose has started to run. Whoop. So we're waiting on the Hawking to... oh, it's ready to jump. Perfect. You will head over here. Klondike is on standby, but you know what? I think we build that. We need those minerals. We need more minerals. We need minerals to turn into toys and iPads for the humans. Because humans love toys and iPads.
Construction complete.
The Yukon is done with its queue. Perfect. We will head to the Hoda system. They do. They always have.
System survey complete.
Hawking on cooldown. Who completed a survey? In the Iguike system. I'm going to head over to this black hole, I think. Let's check the TU system next. The Screeching Abyss. The Curators are here. Oh, the Curators are here. This just became valuable. This just became super valuable. Temptations of technology. We have liftoff. Though dangerous, the alien ship's intoxicating mist could augment the effectiveness and loyalty of our Empire's soldiers. However, the question remains, should we subject our own soldiers to this hazardous substance? Or should we say no and learn from their tragic mistakes? Should we exploit the promising technology? Victory awaits. Our soldiers should be willing to take this risk. Minor artifacts found and Sage Rage modifier added, giving plus 5% army damage, or forsake this dangerous technology. You know what? There are some secrets we are not meant to know. And more importantly, this gives us 100 influence, which means that we can immediately grab the Hoda system. That's huge. Getting that influence was much more valuable than piddling army damage. So the Fahrenheit's done its archaeological dig, and the question is, what do we look at next? I'd like to get the dig at the Eurydice system going soon, but I want to secure this cluster first. Oh, the Curator orders right over here at the Screeching Abyss. That just became very valuable, a very valuable piece of real estate. Because we could, if we can get this system, number one, the Curators, because they're in our space and we're kind of offering them our protection as their patrons at that point. That gives us a boost to their opinion of us. More importantly, if we build a starbase there as well, we can also build a Curator think tank, where their scientists and our scientists can work together on some ideas. A big boost to research. Ugh. Oh, there's so many places I want to grow. But we have to pace ourselves a little bit. We don't even have hyperdrive technology yet. Thank you for the advertisement, Faltering Playboy. Not certain what else to say to that. Maybe another Autochthon monument is in order. We've only got 800. We need jobs on 2 different planets. Urlea is building civilian industries. They're going to be good. God, our food production's starting to go down too. Atlantica could be an agri world. They've got decent space for it. I think maybe that's what we'll do. We'll build some farms on Atlantica. They can farm kelp. It is an ocean world. They can farm kelp, shrimps, and kelp.
Construction complete.
What's our minor artifact situation like? It's getting there.
Research complete.
And hyperdrives have been discovered. At long last, we have access to hyperdrive technology. I'm going to go with quantum probes for the research station output right now. And I want carrier operations, I think. I want those strike craft. They're great for trade protection. And I want them. Hyperdrives. Huge. Absolutely huge. So the time has come. The walrus. I never actually checked my designs here. To get hyperdrives online. So yes, we're replacing the walrus design. We're replacing the Ivanovo design. You don't need hyperdrives, you're a space station. And we're immediately going to begin retrofitting the entire fleet with hyperdrive technology. A huge change. After that, we can finally begin constructing full science ships and full construction ships. And we're going to queue up 2 construction ships immediately and a science ship, actually. We're gonna get that going. We've got tons of alloys. We're good to go. Jump drive technology has taken us a long way. It got us an achievement that 0.1% of players have obtained in this game by getting us to 10 different colonies before researching hyperdrives. But the time has come to join the galaxy proper with faster than light technology. It's an exciting time to be alive.
Research complete.
Also, uplifting, epigenetic triggers, advanced DNA methylation techniques allow for functionally significant alterations to be made to arbitrary genomes.
System survey complete.
I want to do a fleet academy, I think. Although space combat. Yeah, we need... There are definitely threats out there. We just haven't encountered. I think a doctrine of space combat is in order. We're already over our fleet cap, so because we found the salvage here. New Canada needs jobs and amenities. You know what? The people of New Canada deserve holo theaters. They've been working hard. They're one of our earliest colonies.
Construction complete.
Perfect. And then we can just secure this area right now. That's huge. And then this area is mine. I covet it. I want it. All right. So, the Susquehanna? No. This is the Klondike 2. And not the Mississippi. The Yukon 2. Our old engineering ships have taken us far. But I think the time has come to put them out to pasture. As soon as the Yukon finishes at Sigma Draconis, it too is being decommissioned. The Yukon 2 is already on its way to replace it.
Anomaly found.
Anomaly found. Cold Heart potential. Our science officer, Paul Collins, has found an anomaly. It will require extensive probing, but could garner a substantial find. Take a look, Dr. Collins. And the Aldrin. So, who's currently idle? The Hawking is idle. You know what? It's the Hawking that's being replaced. Eve Reinhardt, you're new, but you know what? You've just gotten a huge promotion, and the Hawking is being disbanded. I'll make some notes here, because I think future science ships might show up with these names. The Fahrenheit. We're going to honor these vessels with future names. But I do like the Aldrin. I like the name, and I want to keep it. The Nobel, the Lopez. We might keep the Lopez around because it's a memorial ship. But the Hawking is being disbanded for the time being. The Aldrin is ready to go, and the Aldrin is going to begin its research down here in the Ufiri system. The Lopez, in the meanwhile, can head up to the Zoldar system. The Fahrenheit is also currently queued up. We're going to build another science ship and probably replace the Fahrenheit because it's currently waiting anyway. So the Fahrenheit is being disbanded.
Spaceborne life form encountered.
More of that space fauna. Let's take a look at the situation log. Crystalline pacification is only 40 months, and we can certainly afford to do it now because we've got the hyperdrives. We're going to pacify the crystals. We've already done it with the amoebas. Strength from small places. Having probed the frozen landscapes of the planet TU's 6, we think we have struck something big. Science Officer Paul Collins speaks of a bacterial life form unlike any other. It bonds with other individuals to form large blankets that are durable yet light and also act like solar cells. They absorb solar energy with a surprisingly low efficiency loss percentage, most likely the result of evolution favoring those who could gather more heat in this harsh climate. Our researchers back home could surely find some use of this information. We could use it for, sorry for clicking my tongue again, I'm trying to stop. Try and find a military use or find out how to improve. I mean, I think civilian use of this is a better plan. The Yukon has completed its final task and is being sent out to pasture. The Yukon 2, already on its way to complete its work. The Copernicus, now under the command of Pedro Gomez. You know, the Klondike, actually, come down here. And take care of that first. The Copernicus is ready to go. Let's let's head up there for now. I realize this is not the direction I've been exploring, and I do want to get you over here to use your archaeological skill, Dr. Gomez, but we haven't secured this area in our borders yet, so the time will come. We're just not there yet. There's something big here. There's something big here in the Kiesel system. Lots of crystalline entities in this area. Interesting. All right. Now, unfortunately, the salvaged ship is... It's its own fleet. Unfortunately, there's not really much it can do. We can't link it up with Kuzina's Defenders because it is a salvaged alien starship, but it will assist in the defense of Earth moving forward. A fitting use for it. Our energy development researchers have made progress with the samples we sent from TU-6. They've been able to develop a new type of solar cell using the organisms as a template. These are much more efficient at storing energy and will provide a boost to all of our plants, plus 5% energy credits from all energy-producing jobs. Marvelous.
System survey complete.
All right, the Nobel, I think, has finished its final journey. We say goodbye to the Nobel. Got a couple things on the go. What do we have here? We need jobs in Sol. We need jobs at Earth. We're back onto positives for pretty much everything. We need more
Anomaly
food.
found.
Irregular energy emissions. Our sensors indicate odd irregularities in Zoldar's energy emissions pattern. Nakamura reports. Let's take a look. Let's get a district going here. Port Dogstar, you need amenities and you need jobs. I think it's time to build a commercial district. Start getting your trade booming. The latest sensory readings from Zoldar showed the star pulsating regularly, but when the crew of the ISS Lopez arrived on site, there was no evidence to support this data. While most of the crew are in agreement that the anomaly was caused by a sensory malfunction, Science Officer Hiyori Nakamura discards this theory. Hiyori Nakamura claims to have discovered similar pulsating energy emission patterns elsewhere, and now fears that something strange is happening to the galaxy's stars. They've charted the course to the next affected star. Now, this is a neat quest chain, but unfortunately it usually results in your science officer going mad, and I don't want that. So you know what, I'm just going to say it was a malfunction. We'll get a big boost on our unity, bringing us closer to that. Shambhala needs jobs and living space, so it's time to build a city on Shambhala. Lots of people moving there, probably because it's a beautiful idyllic Gaia world, a perfect paradise planet. Who wouldn't want to live there? I want to live there right now. It's the nicest planet in our entire empire. Las Veritas, also in need of amenities. We are running low on minerals at this time. I would like to give them the gift of hollow theaters as well, but unfortunately it's just going to have to wait until we have the minerals built up for it. Oh, look at how fast these ships are going now. It's beautiful. Complete. That jump drive cooldown. I mean, jump drives were great for just going wherever you want, but the cooldown on them is huge. I want specialist pop resource boost. I want creative collectives immediately. The pursuit of profit has become a central tenet of our society. Those who are successful at any kind of enterprise are deeply admired. The accumulation of energy credits is seen as an extremely worthwhile goal. Yes, absolutely.
Anomaly found.
A curious signal. Dr. Gomez reporting, although Sawao 3A appears totally desolate and devoid of life, our scanners have picked up an encrypted signal emanating from it. Take a look. The Sojourner. Paul Collins. Congratulations, you are now the commander, the captain of the Sojourner. You were already checking out the TU system. Let's get you over to the Screeching Abyss. Oh, you're taking a shortcut through unexplored territory. What could go wrong? The Lopez will be the next and final ship to be replaced. Oh, the Chancellor's reign has ended with promises unfulfilled. Sad to see. We will maybe name it the Lopez too, though, because the Lopez was named for a scientist who died exploring space. Love's Labor's lost. Having decrypted the signal, Pedro Gomez was astonished to discover it was broadcasting in an archaic form of one of the main human languages. Speaking in these thousand whenceforths, it appears to be reciting one of the lost works of William Shakespeare, a renowned human playwright who lived some 600 years ago. It appears that the broadcasting device, a simple satellite dish protected by a small shelter, is the only non-natural structure on the moon. There is no hint as to who left it there or why, but going by the wear and tear on evidence, it must have been there since shortly after the play was first written, long before humans learned the secret of space travel. We can only assume it was left there by ancient visitors to Earth who took a liking to the play and decided to pay our species a strange and unexpected tribute. Wonderful news, disseminate the recording across the nation, big boost on Unity. Or a gift! We must find a way to thank our mysterious benefactors. For 5 years, we gain a xenophile ethics attraction and citizen pop happiness. I mean, we're pretty happy and xenophilic people already. I think we take the big Unity bonus. Disseminate the recording across the nation. Let us all enjoy this lost play. New Troy is ready for an upgrade from their planetary administration, but we are lacking the resources to do it at the moment.
System survey complete.
Pedro Gomez. You know, he discovered that lost Shakespeare play, and people were like, I'm voting for that guy. I'm immediately voting for that guy. It means, unfortunately, that he is no longer in command of the Copernicus. Zhang Mao is 86. He's not really been doing much. Maybe we should build another sector so that he can actually get to work here. So that's Atlantica, I believe. It's within 4. We got 2 planets here, Shambhala and Kraken and Kenhijal. And it's definitely too far away from Relea. 1, 2, 3, 4. Unfortunately, it would appear that Atlantica and San Fernando are too far away from Relea for it to be the sector capital. We could put a sector capital down here in Owazea. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. And then these 2 at least would be their own sector. I don't know. I feel bad that he's just been sitting high and dry. Not really doing much. Maybe, you know what? Governor Zhang Mao, it's time for you to retire. You're not so much fired as you're a very old man. You've given your life to good service. It's time for you to hang it up. We need a new scientist, though. Hiring Ting Situ, who is maniacal, is not a terrible idea. Pretty young at 37. We'll put you in command of the Copernicus. Oh, and you were replaced with a genius, with a certified genius. You know what? Ting Situ, there's been a terrible mistake. Joaquin Garcia, you're hired. Spark of genius is something you don't turn your nose up to. Where was the Copernicus? You're here at the Sayao system. You're going to head over to Omicron Persei. We'll upgrade that now that we have the mineral wealth to do it. Everybody's at work. And the Galileo. Except we're not calling it the Galileo. Sorry, Galileo. You don't get a ship today. This is the Lopez B. The original Lopez is finishing its final survey.
Life form encountered.
Oh. Well. You know what, Joaquin Garcia? You're hired. The shortest stint imaginable aboard a research vessel. I'm not happy with any of these. We'll take a young person, 29, Veer Prasad. Yeah. You have a specialization in military theory, but you know what? We're putting you on research for now. You're going to continue the plan to go and survey the Omicron Persei system. The Lopez B is on standby. But the skeleton crew can take it over to meet up with the original Lopez and assist in the decommissioning and be on hand for when the original Lopez has finished its final mission. A sad farewell to the last of our exploration vessels. A bittersweet farewell, but our science ships are finally out in full force, a full fleet of them. I'm very happy. Very happy indeed.
Research complete.
What do we got? Space combat doctrine. Gradual adaptation to the realities of deep space combat allows us to effectively coordinate larger maneuvers. Fleet command limit goes up. Naval capacity should probably be next, so we will do fleet support doctrines will be our next area of research. We're already over our naval
Special
cap.
project complete.
Special project completed. The ISS Klondike 2 has successfully restored power to the automated shipyard over Nimroth 3A. The facility immediately resumed its interrupted construction order using what materials it had on hand to build 3 advanced raiders of an unknown design. Unfortunately, the ancient facility broke down completely afterward and has been deemed beyond repair. We've sent crews to the new ships and commissioned them into the fleet.
System survey complete.
All right, let's get you also over to Seoul Station. The Klondike, you're going to head up here. And we're going to begin prepping to take the Eurydice system and begin the archaeological expedition there. Kraken, you need jobs, you need
System survey
houses.
complete.
The Doppler effect at Omicron Persei 3, wavering signal Prasad reporting. Wavering signal haunts Omicron Persei 3, though it does not seem to originate from the planet's surface. Begin research. We need housing.
System survey complete.
We need minerals for housing. All right, the Lopez is being disbanded. The Lopez B, Nakamura, is transferring over. The Lopez B will begin surveying the Doral system. The Aldrin is currently on standby. Uxphiri system has been researched. Let's head up to the huge Zero deposit there. Good lord. Probably because the Shroud people are there.
Research complete.
What do we got? Carrier operations. These manned strike craft are launched from a mothership and rely on their speed and small size to survive long enough to punch through enemy defenses. Oh, Betharian power plants. Yes, please. We have a Betharian field on Los Veritas, as I recall. Yes. Huge power output from Betharian fields. Now, we don't have a ship large enough to have a carrier on board, but we don't need carriers to make use of strike craft. And fighters offer great trade protection. So that's what we're going to get built on those stations. Now that we have access to them. Shambhala needs jobs. Kraken needed jobs first and actually does need a city district first. So we're going to focus on that first. Sorry, people of Shambhala, you're going to have to wait for work.
Anomaly found.
Cold hard potential. Eve Reinhardt reporting our science officer has found an anomaly. It will require extensive probing, but could garner a substantial find. Take a look. Take a look. It's in a book. God, all of our factions are super happy with us right now. Still need more minerals there. Chores Compass, that's what I was going to do. I would like to purchase more caravan coins. I can certainly afford 12k. I would like to open a reliquary at this time. It contains a bomb, but it was defused. Alright, it'll take a while for them to prep another reliquary for me. One day we will find the Galatron. The greatest treasure in the galaxy. Maybe not this game. Maybe another game. Oh, Relea is ready for a planetary administration. Oh, no. Oh, we're using so many minerals. We need more mineral production is what we need. San Fernando is currently a mining area. We have the mineral purification plants ready to go. Let's queue some up there. I realize that's taking some of the precious minerals we need for so much right
Construction
now.
complete.
It'll increase our mineral output there. The Ransomers emergency buoy. An emergency transmission buoy floats in gentle orbit around Omicron Persei 3. Its outer casing is heavily damaged, seemingly by glancing weapons fire or a powerful explosion. It might be a human model for civilian ships, designed to be ejected as an emergency measure should the comm system fail, but the extent of the damage makes it impossible to know for certain. It is repeating a weak, distorted signal. Clean up
Situation
that
log
signal.
updated.
Almost pacified those crystals. Prasad, take a look at that. Just dawned on me, he was our archaeologist, wasn't he? Damn. That's actually a kick in the pants. We needed that guy. Maybe we can find another archaeologist. Who died?
Special project complete.
Our governor died. The buoy has been verified as one of human make, and the signal it's relaying has been stabilized. Human authorities, identify yourselves. Hello? This is the captain of the Luxion, a human civilian transport. Former captain, the Luxion is gone. We were boarded by pirates and taken captive before they blew up the ship. This could be the same pirates who messed with those drones. There could be more of them out there. Who captured you? I think they call themselves the Ransomers or the Ransomeers. At any rate, they're a vile bunch. We'd all be dead already if they didn't think they could get something for us from the United Earth colonies. I've overheard them discussing their demands. I mean, we will rescue you. Oh, thank you, Chancellor. We're being held in some space station, but I have no idea where we are beyond that. I will increase the transmission burst now. It should let you triangulate the location of this prison from the emergency buoy.
Situation log updated.
Position recorded.
Special project complete.
Crystals pacified. Crystalline entities seem to resonate in response to something, one of their few interactions with their environment. The exact nature and possible wider purpose of this emitted waveform has yet to be ascertained, but for now our ships can approximate it using radio pings, essentially camouflaging themselves as fellow crystals. Excellent. Crystals no longer hostiles. The Ransomere base is over in the Saturn system. Interesting. They must have set up shop recently. Because, of course, we have done a survey of that area before. I mean, we should send the fleet there. So, the Copernicus is not who's going to be going there. What's our mineral situation at? All right, Kraken needed stuff first. It's first in the queue. We're trying to get the mineral situation under control, I promise.
Spaceborne life form encountered.
Some more space amoeba. After the study of Lasath 3 has concluded, Science Officer Eve Reinhardt reports that they have found the planet to be unusually rich in minerals. The discovery was made possible in large part thanks to a certain member of the Aldrin's crew. Eve Reinhardt praises the protege highly. Do we get a new scientist, or do we... I think they do good work where they are, you know? We don't need another scientist right now. On the other hand, what if they're an archaeologist? Mario Belletti has become available. She is a genius propulsion expert. On Saliato 3, the inhabitants are using crudely carved imagery to express and share ideas. Samples documented by our researchers indicate the inhabitants have an awareness of celestial bodies beyond their own planet and have even begun to document constellations. Their early attempts at charting the stars are fairly accurate for such a young civilization, but not so much that they couldn't be improved should we wish to drop some hints. You know what? Continue passive observations. They must learn on their own. We already said we're not going to play God with them. That is not our way. That is not our way. Can we merge? Yeah, we can merge the Raider fleet in to Casina's defenders. Perfect. That's a nice get. What's the Yukon up to? The Yukon is currently idle because we're waiting on these mineral resources. You know what? Sigma Draconis 1A. It's only 100 and it's 6 additional minerals. That's big. We're going to take it. There's something I was doing. What was I doing? Crack open the alien box. I think we're going to do that right now, too. We're going to clean up some of that stuff. Oh, the primitives on Yerba 1 are necroids. Ugh. Gross, but awesome. Could have sworn we'd encountered some pre-sapiens somewhere, but for the life of me, I can't remember where. Are there any on one of the planets that we... Because we've discovered uplifting, but I could swear we encountered pre-sapiens somewhere. Aha! Zule Crow 4 has some pre-sapient lithoids on it. Weird that they're not showing up here on the species list. I suppose they're not in our empire right now, so there is that. I'm just taking a look at the planets we've encountered so far. I'm sure there's more. Maybe those were the only ones. Maybe I'm mistaken. Did I already look at these ones? I know this is a relic world. We don't have to worry about that one. Maybe they were the only ones. Maybe I have Whoa! Friedar 1 is a Gaia planet? A size 21 Gaia planet? Good God almighty. And it's not a holy world? I haven't encountered any of their holy worlds yet. And that's shocking to me. I also haven't encountered any other empires, and that's shocking to me. What is happening?
Construction complete. System survey complete.
The Screeching Abyss has been fully... What? A ruined interstellar assembly. The remains of a vast space station have been found in Garia. Judging by the amount of what seems to be office space in a vast forum outfitted with dozens of different type of life support systems, our scientists suspect this is what remains of an interstellar assembly. What? Oh, this area is really trying to make a bid for being super valuable. Oh, and you know what? There's no way out of it. This is a cul-de-sac. If we secure the Kandari system, the Holy Guardians are here. Nobody else is here. This becomes like mine. Oh boy, that's big. That's big. Okay. I know what we're doing next. We're going to secure the Kandari system and just
complete.
lock this whole area down. A free interstellar assembly. It just needs repaired. The Curator Order, like, oh my God. That's way too valuable not to do. And all we have to do is just clip off this. Huge. Absolutely enormous. Bigger than the Beatles. Can I finally build a city? Yes, I can. All right. You're finally getting your city, Kraken. I told you it was coming. I promised. Here it is. I need more mineral production. Our food production is also not in great shape at the moment. God, I need so many minerals. Can I buy minerals just off the open market from private people? Yeah, private contractors are selling minerals for a decent price. Cost a fair amount, but it'll let us take care of some of this problem here. Shambhala needs jobs, and we're setting it up as a generator world. We don't have access to the generator thing though yet, so we'll just build another generator district. Los Veritas, our Agra world, needs jobs. We were going to give you Hollow Theaters. And Atlantica, though you don't currently have jobs, we're going to get food processing facilities set up now. Because we need food before we hit a food deficit here. So I'm happy with that. It was a good expenditure of money.
Complete.
We were able to get a bunch of stuff going up at once. We're getting our industry going. The problem is we have so many planets. This was the trade-off. Another pre-sapient species on Garia 2. Though the planet's dry and rocky landscape, these creatures have evolved to dominate their environment. Tests run by scientist Paul Collins of the ISS Sojourner show that their evolution can be accelerated with the application of the right technology. Technology we have. Let's take a look at them. The Camarians. They're not in our space yet. I think that's the problem here. Right, I remembered what it was I was going to do. Get there. We're going to put Maria Belletti into engineering research because, I mean, expertise of propulsion plus the spark of genius, huge. Emil Grasser is getting old. He's 78. He's coming to the end of his time. So we're going to put Onyejekwe, Mathuse Onyejekwe, into physics research. That leaves us with a free scientist for the time being, but you know what? He's getting to be old, and I'm content to just allow him to retire. To just allow him to quietly retire. We also need a new governor. I totally forgot about that. I was just talking about how we're dealing with a food deficit. So I think Lorenza Costa, congratulations, you're hired. If you can get our food production up, our empire needs food. Alien Specimen Procurement. The director of the Museum of Exobiology on Earth has issued a request for the procurement of several live alien specimens. These creatures were spotted on surveyed habitable worlds, but they are difficult to capture. It will require the full resources of a science ship for a lengthy period of time. Yeah, I often say no to the alien species procurement, and it used to be much harder, but now that you can cloak your ships, super easy. Or at least much easier than it used to be. Also, a lot of them seem to have spawned just in our own space here, or very nearby, so we're sitting high and pretty for this, so I'm happy to do it. We're going to get the mining station set up on Murnaz, because we need that mining production. Kasora system has huge mining potential. There's also the archaeological site there, but the Yukon has a job to do, and that is to secure this area of space permanently for the United Earth colonies.
Anomaly found.
Dust Bowl J999-009 is home to a number of exquisite impact craters. However, something breaks the visual uniformity of one of the larger craters. Check it out. Once one of our science ships has kind of freed up from its current survey, we'll start collecting the alien specimens. A new faction has recently been gaining traction in the internal political landscape of the United Earth colonies. Led by scientist Veer Prasad, they call themselves the Conclave of Faith and Values. Seriously? A bunch of spiritualists? Oh, you know who it is. It's the Badranitan Protectors. I guarantee they're meddling in our affairs. They're getting their little stony fingers, their little lithoid fingers into our society, trying to influence us. Alien drag racing. The crater exhibits long, irregular marks imprinted into the relatively soft upper layers of the asteroid. Science officer Eve Reinhardt has recovered some interesting, unexpected wreckage from the edges of the depression, wheeled vehicles, seemingly personal transports rather than research craft. Very interesting indeed. Crew of the ISS Aldrin speculate the crater may once have been used for sport, with some alien species pitting their personal locomotion devices against each other in tests of mechanical strength or speed in near zero gravity. Vroom! Got some valuable real estate up there. I'm very happy.
Found.
Aerostat structures. Some kind of unknown structures are floating in this gas giant's upper atmosphere. They appear to be using aerostatic lift to remain buoyant. You know what? When he's done in the Poru system, I'm going to cloak the ship.
Special project complete.
Oh, we opened the alien box. At long last, our scientists have penetrated the outer material of the alien box. The box holds 3 small liquid-filled vials, 1 red, 1 blue, 1 green. The liquids are less alien than their container, and our scientists have identified them as primed gene modification mediums. For reasons beyond our understanding, the solutions are quickly deteriorating outside the alien container, but there should be enough time to synthesize and apply one of them to our species. It has been confirmed that its effects would be positive, but exactly what they would be remains to be seen. So the question is, do we modify the human genome itself down to our core DNA with the red, green, or blue solutions? That's really good mead. Got it at the Bountiful Farmers Market. If anybody is watching who's from the Edmonton area, they have a little shop set up there. Fallen Timber Meadery, established 2010. Red, blue, or green? Which one do we apply? Now, I usually pick red because I know that I know red is good. I don't remember what green and blue do. But red is basically social pheromones, and it reduces housing requirements. And I think that maybe we'll just go with that, because it's super valuable. I legit do not remember what the green and blue solutions do. Let's go with red. Solution appears to make us more social. The social pheromones are applied. So, humans with social pheromones do indeed have reduced housing requirements, and that's good. Considering we were dealing with a bit of a housing crunch earlier, that'll help us out considerably. So it looks like we have job requirements on a couple planets again. Our mineral situation is once again getting a little dire, unfortunately. Everything else is in the positive, though. San Fernando is our current mining world. I'm hesitant to build more industry right now too, because good God, we need to accumulate minerals for a while. Earth needs jobs, and we could certainly build another district there. Kraken doesn't have much on the go at the moment. It also has a lot of potential for mining districts. So I think maybe we start mining the seabed on Kraken. I think that's what we'll do. That'll be our next move.
System survey complete.
All right, the survey here is done. And we know this area doesn't require us to secure anymore. So, the Sojourner is going to begin procuring the alien specimens at
System
Zule
survey
Crow.
complete.
Who's that? The Aldrin? Over in the Lesath system, we're going to have you swing back and grab the alien specimens over in this area. Social experiment. The staff colony found just atmosphere of Poru C3. It appears to have been self-sufficient. Remains from several different species were found aboard. As best we can tell, the colony was some kind of social experiment conducted centuries ago that ultimately ended with the colonists killing each other, massacring each other. We've downloaded all the data we found in the colony's limited databanks. Big boost on our society research. Nothing wrong with that.
Construction complete.
Another archaeological site, a debris belt. Our scans of the Tigira system show that its asteroid belt is of an unusual variety. Instead of the standard mix of rocks, ice, and space rubble that usually make up such formations, it seems to be the remains of a large number of large artificial habitats. These must have been destroyed with incredible violence sometime in the past few millennia. Untold secrets may be contained within the resulting debris field, but it is so extensive that charting it could take some time. Where is that? Oh, just long-range scans must have picked it up. Klondike is here, doing its thing. 15. Yeah, we can afford it. Let's do it.
System survey complete.
The Copernicus is done that. We're going to cloak. And we're going to take a peek here in this system. See what this base looks like before we send in our fleet. Get an idea of what we're looking at here with the ransomers. God, we can potentially control a huge swath of the pie here. Like, I'm shocked we still haven't discovered any spacefarers.
Research complete.
Oh, Betharian power. The Betharian minerals appear to have originated from a singular source, but were scattered across the galaxy millennia ago. The minerals are most often encountered as pebble-sized clusters and are highly flammable. All right, so we can look at gas extraction, synthetic crystal plants, plasteel armor, crystal-infused plating, because we've done a close-up investigation of the crystalline entities. Destroyer patterns. I think exotic gas. We have access to some gas. I think we take a look. I think we take a look. What's our research looking like? I think we need to start looking at building some more science stations too. Upkeep from jobs down, or you know what? Again, we were dealing with a housing crunch recently. We're going to get weather stations set up.
System survey complete.
The Lopez B finishing its survey of the Doorfill system. We can safely check out the Sidar system because, of course, we've pacified the crystals. Oh, no, you know what? Come down here and grab the Insidious Sneeran, and then we'll head up to the Sidar system. Just about made a foolish mistake. Starting to get a little tired.
Research complete.
We're at 2.5 hours right now. It's 11:30 local time. I'm thinking I might go another half hour and then call it at midnight local time. Naval capacity, perfect. That means we're no longer over our naval capacity. As extrasolar expeditions become more common, it is important to provide planet-side relief for returning fleets. Oh, gene crops, big. Yeah, we'll go with gene crops. What are our edicts looking like right now? We have research subsidies active and recycling campaigns. Just to keep down our consumer goods. We turned off map the stars. We're way over our edicts fund as it is. I think maybe we just keep what we've got so far. Oh, but mining subsidies. Oof. I mean, we need more mineral production so bad. I don't know, that's tempting. We're okay right now, actually. 58. We bumped ourselves up enough. Policies. We're currently still expansionistic, so we haven't bumped into any neighbors yet, so we might as well be. Expansionistic does give us an outpost build cost bonus and a colony development speed bonus. It does cause more border friction, but again, we haven't encountered anybody, so who cares? Our war philosophy is currently unrestricted, which I'm okay with for the time being. Balanced vassalage, we're happy with. Indiscriminate bombardment. The Conclave of Faith and Values, what do they want? They hate robots. We don't have any robots yet, but they hate them. There's only 7 pops. I mean, we could try to suppress them. It reduces their approval, but it suppresses the ethics attraction. I mean, they don't have a lot of attraction at the moment. 8% from 7 people. The xenophiles have the highest attraction. They want a secular state. They don't like a secular state. They want us to have spiritualist values. They want us to pursue psionics. And they are currently a minority issue. The Council of Higher Learning want AI. They want research treaties, but we haven't met anybody, so there's nothing we can do about that. They want precursors. Yeah, where are we at with that? That would make them very happy. We just don't have enough minor artifacts right now, guys. I'm sorry to say. We're working on it. The Xeno Aid Initiative, they want to incorporate enclaves, which, I mean, we're going to get the curators on board soon. They want people uplifted. We're going to do that as soon as we can. They want enlightenment, but we're kind of being hands-off with that at the moment. They want to be federated. They want contacts. And they want a benevolent subjugation policy. That's something we can change. The Emancipation League also wants benevolent. So yeah, that's an easy change. We can please 2 of our factions with benevolent vassalage. I'm okay with that. Indiscriminate orbital bombardment. We don't need to change that right now. Subtle interference, I'm okay with. Pre-FTL enlightenment is currently allowed. Might revisit that at some point. Prohibited resettlement. We're not allowed to forcibly relocate pops because we're egalitarian. Same with land appropriation. We're doing proactive first contact, but we want to keep our initial border status closed because we don't want people who we've contacted settling in areas that we've not yet grabbed within our borders. Our current economic policy favors civilian economy because we desperately need consumer goods. Wealth creation is our only optional trade. We are allowing robot workers. Pre-sapients are currently protected. Which I'm okay with. We want to research debris. We unfortunately don't have the option to do both at the moment. Refugees are, of course, welcome in our state. No population controls. We do not allow slavery. We will not purge. We're not monsters. New Canada needs some jobs. We have enough to get something going here. Let's build a new building, though. I think New Canada could use an autochthon monument at this point. so that we can increase our Unity output. I'm pretty okay with that. I am pretty okay with that.
Project complete.
Oop. The Sneerin has been secured. Sneerins are large, burrowing creatures that live beneath the dunes of the vast equatorial deserts of Zaffa 3. When these predators sense movement in the sand above, they immediately raise dozens of tall spikes from their backs in the hope of impaling something edible. Finding a suitable specimen proved difficult at first, until hundreds of tracked, remote-controlled drones were dispatched across the desert in random directions. This led to the discovery and procurement of an unusually large specimen that had grown more than 100 spikes on its back. Excellent. First one secured. Look at this crystalline entity. What a beauty. An absolute beauty. Crikey. Late great Steve Irwin. All right, that's one. So the Lopez is done its queue. We can head up to the Sidar system now. We've still got Cybrex Alpha here too, with its ruined ring world. But we have yet to crack the secrets of the ancients. We should probably, after we've grabbed the Kandori system, we should probably grab Urukbah.
Special project complete.
The Gulantha herd secured. Gulanthas are large, flat herbivores that have evolved internal gas pockets, enabling them to hover a few centimeters above the ground. They move about in herds consisting of a few dozen animals, grazing on the moss and lichen that can be found in the windswept plains of Zule Crow 2. They are ruthlessly hunted by the planet's apex predators, and our biologists on the ISS Sojourner estimate only a few hundred Gulantha herds remain. One of these, consisting of 9 animals, has been successfully collected and will be brought back to Earth. Another specimen procured. So we can actually stop here. We can see into this system. The Ransomiers have but 300 fleet power. Kuzina's defenders have almost 2,000. This is going to be what we in the business call an absolute massacre. A total slaughter. A one-sided fight. We're going to just absolutely wreck them. Oh, the Surgeoner needs to queue up something else. The wily Udloran. Bit of a trip, but I mean, you're the nearest vessel, so let's get you out there. Sirius and Alpha Centauri, we've got some there too. Got the salvage hanging back to defend Sol. Not that I'm concerned in any way. Some pirates, I suppose, could show up. Insight breakthrough imminent. Klondike is currently building 15 mineral production worth of. Our mineral production's starting to come up, and that's good.
Research complete.
Shambhala needs more. You know what Shambhala needs? Monthly gain is only... Approximate job upkeep is only 3, though. We're going to put some research labs up on Shambhala. We could use some more science.
Special project complete.
A Zulkor swarm secured. The Zulkor are swarming insect analogs, unusual both for their large size and the fact that they are lithivores, feeding off rocks and minerals in the ground. One of the shuttles belonging to the ISS Aldrin sustained serious damage when it inadvertently passed through a large swarm, and several Zulkors began to feed on its hull. The construction of the special containment facilities required to hold these creatures has already begun at the Museum of Exobiology on Earth. What marvelous creatures. Quantum probes. Advanced probes that can thoroughly analyze subjects on a subatomic level, generating a wealth of valuable research data. Beautiful. Oh. We can unlock starbase detection arrays. Atmospheric orbital mechanics. is the insight technology that we've discovered. Resources from orbital stations plus 5%. Due to our vast experience operating observation stations in orbit of pre-FTL worlds, we have discovered slight optimizations. By implementing them empire-wide, we can drastically reduce the maintenance our stations require. That's huge. That's big. I mean, I was thinking hyperlane travel 2. This one's going to stick around, actually. Let's grab hyperlane travel 2 first. Go from not knowing hyperspace travel to, like, advancing to, like, advanced hyperdrive travel within 2 years, within, like, a century. That's pretty good. Research projects in this system, the elusive Tar Black.
Spaceborne life form encountered.
We have made first contact with mysterious aliens in the Romston system. For now, we have codenamed them Iota aliens until we find out more about them. If they possess language, we must decipher it in order to establish communications. The Romston system. Ancient mining drones. Still no sign of alien civilizations. Shocking. All right, Linda Scott Jr. Oh, 2 of our old envoys appear to have retired or died. We've got Yi Yang. Oh, no, just one of them. Herbert is gone. Yi Yang is now available. Linda Scott Jr. He's never done any work. Yi Yang, prove your worth. Get to work. Show me what you can do. I love Linda Scott Jr., though. That's just such a great name. The Till Linesian civilization encountered. We have detected the presence of a pre-FTL alien civilization on Wanambus 2 in the Wanambus system. They have entered into the early steam age. There is clear evidence they are beginning to make use of both vehicles and early factories powered by steam engines. The Wanambus system. Where is this? Who discovered this? Ah, the Copernicus over in the Wanambus system. This is another cul-de-sac. The only way through here is through the Poru system. Oh my god. If we did Kanduri and then all along here to the Poru system, this whole area becomes ours too. Wowzers. This is absolutely nuts that we still haven't encountered anybody. Other than the Badranitan protectors and a few enclaves. Speaking of enclaves, we can open a reliquary again. Reliquary is empty. Bitter disappointment claws at your insides as you struggle to maintain your composure in the face of this chance humiliation. Did humidity levels suddenly rise, or are your ocular organs moistening on their own? Your vision blurs, but the emptiness of the reliquary still stands out in sharp relief. But as soon as an existential darkness threatens to devour you, it is swept away. What is this feeling? As you mull over the hard-earned caravan coins you spent, the visceral thrill of opening the reliquary, you are filled with an inexplicable sense of pride and accomplishment. We get nothing. The Forge World on Kraken needs some more work, and this planet is definitely already starting to shape up to be a mineral purification place. So, we are going to strip mine Kraken for all it's worth. The pirate base, while fairly inconspicuous, is obvious when you know what to look for. A fleet in confused formation slowly drifts out from behind the repurposed mining complex. They were obviously not expecting company.
Battling aggressor station.
Hello again, Chancellor. I take it human ships are the cause of all this commotion. Our hosts seem about ready to leave their posts. Boarding this place would probably end badly for everyone involved, but if you attack the base directly, I think we can make a break for one of the lifeboats. Please try not to blow us up on the way out. Very well. I will try. As the pirate base slowly tears itself apart in a savage chain reaction instigated by our military vessels, the search for the captive crew of the Luxion begins. If they made it to a lifeboat, they should be attempting to hail us by now. Scan all frequencies. Help! No lifeboats. We... Abandon. Collapse. Captain? Captain? The kidnapped humans never made it off the pirate base. We were unable to determine exactly where they met their end, if the lifeboat failed to launch, or if they never made it out of their holding cell, but the fact remains they are dead. The human people are sure to appreciate the swift actions undertaken by the Chancellor of the United Earth Colonies, but they are also unlikely to soon forget this tragedy. Gained a little influence, but unfortunately happiness
System
down a
survey
little
complete.
bit. A shame, a sad end, but we can't allow for pirates near our borders either.
System survey complete.
I've been looking for another archaeologist this whole time. I'm kind of hoping that our current guy... Ooh, Archaeo Studies. That our current Chancellor leaves his post soon. Not for years yet. Ugh. I mean, he's likely to win re-election, too. We're just going to have to go in. The Lopez B... Nakamura is getting old, unfortunately, or I'd send her, because she's very experienced. The Sojourner. Paul Collins is level 4. You know what, Collins, as soon as you're done with capturing the wily Udlaren, you're going to begin an archaeological expedition, my guy. Ooh, Shambhala is ready to upgrade their colonial administration. Good to see.
Special project complete.
The Tarblack secured. After an extensive search of the seabed on San Fernando using a small fleet of mini-submarines, the crew of the ISS Aldrin finally managed to corner the elusive target of their search, a live Tarblack. The shimmering creature, which defends itself by emitting faint psionic signals that produce a sense of dread in most organics, was brought aboard the science ship in a special water tank simulating its natural environment. The crew members on the ISS Aldrin that came into direct contact with the Tarblack will require extensive therapy, but the mission is a success. Excellent.
Research complete.
At first glance, Prasad reporting, at first glance this planet does not seem capable of supporting living beings, but nevertheless we have detected life signs emanating from somewhere beneath the frozen surface. We'll have the Aldrin head up to the Sirius system.
Construction complete.
To get the Vile Orinthi. Ooh. Gene crops, perfect. We could go directly for Nano Vitality crops next, but I think we want a Fleet Academy. What's the Klondike up to? You can build those research stations. I want to get to the Kasora system. It's really valuable. And then we'll grab the strange asteroid as well.
Construction complete.
And we've just secured a huge area for ourselves. Grab those mining stations right now. We have discovered a new life form in Romston, though calling it a life form may be incorrect. The entities appear to be fully automated, mechanical drones built exclusively for some unknown industrial purpose. Observations will continue, but since it's likely these machines are programmed with defensive protocols, it would be prudent to tread lightly. Keep looking. Be cautious. Obviously getting tired, because there was a yawn. Couldn't even stifle it. Wouldn't have even if I could have. Ocean beneath the ice. Deep scans of Haldana 4 have revealed a large ocean heated by hydrothermal vents beneath the ice mantle covering the surface. Lead scientist Veer Prasad dispatched probes from the ISS Copernicus that drilled through several miles of thick ice and found the water below teeming with what appears to be life. We will need more resources to conduct a thorough study of the many unique life forms inhabiting this ocean.
Situation log updated.
A deep sea expedition, and I don't see why we wouldn't. Prasad, get to it.
System survey complete.
Another toxic terraforming candidate.
Construction complete.
We'll secure the Kasora system. Haven't seen any of their holy worlds either, which surprises me a little. Cassinia's defenders have been repaired after their skirmish. Yes, we would absolutely love to continue. Next time we have an opening amongst our technology researchers, we will of course be hiring a curator scientist, no question. I feel like we should secure this area. Like, I was going to go and take the Rukba system next and get those minor artifacts secured, but I need to research moats so that we can get these ones too. And there's probably some over here at the Rubricator as well, which we should get to. So it's not like we can't, and I mean, we're going to be doing some more digs right away, so it's not like we can't get more of these minor artifacts without just getting the influx of them, the passive influx of them. What's down here? Moats, crystals, lots of engineering research, lots of valuable engineering research. A size 16 ocean world, another primitive, the steampunk guys. Like, what are the chances we take Poru and then we come up here and we grab this system, and then the Void Sea Nebula also is just like... Because what are the chances these guys control a swath of area like here? Like, their border seems to come down here. Does it wrap around this system? Does it come all the way down here? Like, we could secure so much space. We could secure so much space. Like, it's nuts. It's nuts not to, right? We'd be leaving stuff on the table. A novel zoonotic disease has appeared on Salieto 3. Without the medical technology required to combat the infection, the population is quickly succumbing to misery and death. Do we watch and learn? Do we provide aid? Or do we promote the disease? Well, we're not going to promote the disease. We don't want everyone to die. We've been doing this non-interference approach so far. I feel bad for these people. Could gain some interesting insights, but I mean, it's officially hands-off at that point. We could provide aid. Oh, it requires a ton of food upkeep, some society research, and some unity. It's our responsibility to help those in need. Once selected, we'll be unable to change this approach. That would absolutely let them know that we're out here, though. Like, I certainly don't want them to die out. I don't want to purge the planet of sentient life. But we've been doing a very hands-off, other than the meteor. I mean, we've already saved them from the meteor before once, right? Could we help them subtly? Like, is this obvious if we move in and try to assist them? But again, I've been steadfast that we're not trying to play gods with these people. We've saved them before from an asteroid, but this is different. This is a natural illness, and if we step in and cure it, like, if we don't, obviously many of them will die, but not all of them will die, right? We're xenophobes, or sorry, we're xenophiles. We're materialistic xenophiles. But we're also egalitarian. We like the Xeno, we embrace the Xeno, but we have not been playing God with the Xeno. Yet, at least. We are planning to uplift someone at some point. Providing aid is costly and potentially risky. I think we watch and learn.
Special
I mean, there's
project
risks
complete.
no matter what. Lead scientist Veer Prasad has returned from the expedition that studied the rich biosphere in the seas beneath the ice mantle of Haldana 4. Several large species native to the lower regions of the global sea have been found to produce a unique inorganic molecule with immense healing properties. Just in time for us to have said no to helping cure a disease on an alien world. If this molecule is successfully harvested in large enough quantities, it could revolutionize the field of medical science. May even have industrial applications. What? More living metal? Okay, yes, absolutely. We made the right choice. One of the scientists working at the observation post on Yerba 1 has been reported missing. She was taking part in a covert mission to collect plant samples from the planet's surface, but did not return to the shuttle with the rest of her team. We've been conducting a limited search so far, so as not to alert the pre-FTLs, but so far without success. This is not bad. Commander Riker has been captured. Commander Riker has gone missing. This is not good. All right, this, however, is big. 2 living metal deposits within a stone's throw of our current space. And this in an area that we can now quickly and easily secure.
Construction complete.
Couldn't have hoped for more. The zoonotic plague is currently doing a thing. I feel bad that we're just sitting back. That one was tough. That was a tough one. Let's build those mining stations. The Copernicus is continuing its survey. The Lopez, you can check out the Arayama system. We're coming up on 3 hours in midnight, so we'll probably be wrapping up soon. Next week, of course, we'll be continuing this. I realize I didn't even finish securing all the minerals here. This alone, this one living metal deposit, is enough to make me want to secure this whole area. On the barren plains, a cursory scan of the planet's surface reveals a weak signal pulsing into the darkness of space. Take a look.
Special project complete.
The Udlorans secured. The crew of the ISS Sojourner has managed to collect a small group of Udlorans from the icy surface of Runa 3. These white, furry omnivores wrap themselves into tight balls and roll across the planet's snowfields at astonishing speeds. They're little Sonic the Hedgehogs. One animal was clocked in at over 80 kilometers per hour. This aided in their detection, since the passage of their rolling forms kicks up huge plumes of swirling snow. You know what? I'll stick around a little bit longer, just until we've procured all the alien specimens, and that's when I'll call it. In the meantime, Paul Collins of the Sojourner, you're going to begin excavating Eurydice. There's one more sample after this one that needs to be secured, and that's where we're going to end it for tonight.
Special project complete.
The Orinthia has been secured. The small rodent-like creatures known as Orinthia are native to Port Dogstar, where their habitat extends across most of the planet's diverse climatic regions. They breed at an extremely rapid rate and seem to have a particular fondness for chewing on electric cables. Procuring specimens was not a problem. In fact, after the initial creatures were collected, more of them made their way onto the ISS Aldrin by hitching rides on the science ship's orbital shuttles. Exactly why the Museum of Exobiology requested Orinthia specimens is in itself a mystery. Something just dawned on me, and that is that Relia is ready for an upgrade. That's what I was seeing. That's what I noticed. All right, so the Aldrin will head to Alpha Centauri for the mighty Tassergoid. Strong magnetic fields. Limbo. The signal originates from the remains of an antenna-like structure. Exploratory probes were dispatched from the ISS Lopez B to the surface to investigate the matter more closely. What Science Officer Hiyori Nakamura found was a cavernous vault that, while easily pried open, was evidently the last safe house and refuge of some long-dead race of aliens. While reasonably technologically advanced, it seems they never reached for the stars and perished to some planet-wide natural disaster. The vault is immense, housing thousands upon thousands of black boxes that the ISS Lopez B has determined to be data storage devices. A special project has been prepared to
Situation
decode
log updated.
their contents. Let's check it out. Ooh, we got some jobs issues. So New Troy, it's time for you to get some commercial zones, because you need amenities. Relia, you are currently upgrading. You're fine. You have everything you need. Alderaan.
Research complete.
Forgot about that. New Troy's in the Alderaan system. Ooh, exotic gas extraction. Pockets of exotic gas are rare and often inaccessible by conventional means. Such deposits can only be reached by using special extractor technology. Beautiful. Love to see it. Living metal. Ooh, and we got a boost. 346 months still, though. That is a long time. I think we're going to go for fusion missiles. Oh, you know what, though? Long-range mineral scanners. We've had such problems getting minerals. We're finally up to almost 100 a month. I mean, I'd like fusion missiles, but I think we're going to go with the long-range mineral scanners. The minerals are just much more valuable to us at the moment. Port Dogstar also now in need of more work and actually more living space. So another city on Port Dogstar.
Construction complete.
Skotica has been secured. Immediately head over to Ofang, and then we'll have to slow down.
Special project complete.
Limbo. The vault is a tomb for hopeful immortals. Science Officer Hiyori Nakamura asserts that the huge blocks of ternary code found in the databanks are neural images, digitized brain scans. Doubtless the aliens of Raima B2 considered this as their only shot at any kind of survival, following whatever calamity befell their planet. They did not have the means to resurrect themselves, but banked on the impossibly small hope that eventually someone else would have those means. We don't, but we will download their neural patterns for safekeeping. We do not yet have that technology, but maybe one day we will. All right, we're starting to generate more minerals, and we're actually starting to once again have a deficit in our consumer goods. The New Mystic Order. When credits pass hands, Numa smiles. Show us your wares. Behold Fortune's favor, our most trusted guard ship. She was chosen by the goddess herself to escort our blessed cargo across the galaxy and has thwarted many a blasphemer in her day. Pirates, infidels, monsters of the void, all who interfere with Numa's divine path. Yet she is almost as good as new. Yes, she has served Fortune well, and now, for a modest donation, she may also serve you. As always, if you need time to consider, we can notify you before we depart your territory, giving you one more chance to accept the goddess's generous offer. A cruiser, but our energy stockpile is too low at the moment. Much too low. Please get back to us later. We'll see if we have the money later. I'm not going to necessarily turn up my nose to it, but we don't have the energy at present. Speaking of which, Shambhala is in need of jobs. We'll build another generator district. New Canada. I was just looking at building. We're lacking 400. We'll get that shortly, and then New Canada will build a new factory. Another toxic terraforming candidate discovered. The unstable climate on New Troy has resulted in a severe drought that affects a significant portion of the moon. Colonists living in those regions have asked Earth for financial aid. I mean, yeah, we can afford a little bit. New Troy is an incomplete terraforming project, and obviously not finishing the terraforming because we wanted the It was more important in the moment to have a habitable world. We couldn't risk it being turned into something we couldn't use. Ooh, what's going on here? Why is stability so low? On Relia. It's because amenities are so low. We're producing a little bit, but obviously we need to produce more. We need more minerals. But unfortunately, we're running low on money too at the moment. This is a sorry situation. Oh, see? The last time they stole some stuff, but this time...
Situation log updated.
Pictorial descent, multiple nonverbal communications. This is the same thing that we had happen on the other Saliato. And at the time, we did say their language is their own. So we're going to hold off on that. We're going to give the same answer to the other ones. The Lopez is done there. Klondike is currently hard at work. The Yukon is currently hard at work.
Construction complete.
All right. Now, we already knew that the Yukon was going to have to take a break from claiming that territory, so we will come back this way.
Research complete.
To the Emmer system. Research complete. A body of knowledge regarding combat behaviors is useless without a strong code governing its use. Interstellar fleet traditions. Get. Xenoaesthetics. After analyzing a multitude of artists from drastically different cultures, we have come up with a general theorem. By studying a civilization's art and culture, we can gain an advantage against them in combat. That sounds like Grand Admiral Thrawn work right there. It sounds like the kind of thing Grand Admiral Thrawn would come up with. I hope my feed hasn't been stuttering a bunch this time. I know it was last time. We were having some issues with it. And I'm seeing it's fluctuating all over the place right now. Hopefully that hasn't been a problem all night. I do apologize if it has been. Again, I'm still trying to figure out what's causing that. I mean, it could be the fact that my computer is wireless and my modem is upstairs. We are planning to move sometime later this year, and I think we'll make sure that the modem and the computer are in the same room on that time. That's neat. But it's only to rivals, too. I think maybe adaptive bureaucracy's time has come. Plus 20 to the Edict Fund. Because as we previously noticed, we are way over budget on our Edict Fund. Reports of deep space drones in certain systems have been investigated. The drones appear to be the workers and custodians of an autonomous orbital mining operation established millennia ago and then soon abandoned by all but the drones themselves, judging by the state of the processing equipment. Their purpose is obvious enough, mining, but who it is that tasked them is not immediately apparent. What is obvious is that no shipment of minerals has been retrieved from the system in hundreds, if not thousands of years. They may be old drones, but they should still be kept under close watch by the United Earth colonies.
They can talk, and they want to talk to us. Research complete.
Whoa, a bunch of stuff popping off. Hyperdrive 2, beautiful, love to see it. Atmospheric orbital mechanics. Still available. I think maybe we grab that now. Or research complexes, actually. Yeah. Especially because they key off of, as I recall, exotic gas, and we have access to some exotic gas. We haven't grabbed it yet, but we're going to get there. We're only a month away from another Unity milestone. Let's do the drone study as well. The zoonotic plague is advancing. The zoonotic disease on Saliato 3 continues to spread. By now, most of the planet's major settlements have been infected. As mortality rates continue to rise, the sheer scale of the disaster has resulted in explosive proliferation of religious sects and apocalyptic cults. That makes sense.
Special project complete.
The Tassergoid has been secured as well. The Tassergoid is an extremely lethal predator that stalks the dense jungles of Las Veritas at night, paralyzing its prey with electric shocks before sucking their brains out with its tube-like mouth. Oh my god! Unfortunately, 3 of the crew members from the ISS Aldrin were lost to these creatures before a specimen could be secured. The Museum of Exobiology on Earth will rename one of the wings after these brave officers in honor of their sacrifice. All the specimens asked for by the Museum of Exobiology have been secured. The museum has grown to a massive facility where artificial gravity generators and atmospheric processes are used to simulate the environments of over a dozen worlds. Visitors are journeying from across the United Earth colonies to see its wonders. Excellent. Huge boost to society research. Bunch of energy credits gained, good, because we were running low on those. Influence, unity, beautiful. Love to see it. And with interstellar franchising done, prosperity has been completed, giving us plus 5% resources from all jobs, which is good. Consumer goods. We need to build a new factory on New Canada. We also get a new Ascension perk, but I don't know that we're ready for it yet. Partly just because there's nothing here that I want at the moment. We will get there. We will get there. I know that we're going to be sitting on that for a little bit, but when the time comes, we'll be good for it. New Canada is going to build a new factory, and that, I think, is where we're going to end the night. As I said, I'd go a little bit longer just to finish that off. We've gone 3 hours. I think that's where we're going to end it. So thanks so much for joining me for another night of Stellaris. Who knows if this video will do as well as the first video did on YouTube. We'll have to wait and see. If you enjoyed the first one and you tuned in for the second one, thank you so much. Thanks to LDOT for popping in tonight and watching. And to anybody else who watches later on the Twitch video or again on YouTube where this will be posted. Stellaris is fun, guys. I don't know what to tell you. It's fun. I'm shocked that we still haven't made contact with any spacefaring civilizations other than the Badranitan protectors. But the United Earth colonies continues to grow. And we got that achievement, which was the one thing that alone makes this game a success. That was the one thing we were after. We got it. And now we're just going to see how much further we can go. So thanks again for tuning in. Have yourself... I'm scrolling off. There we go. Thanks again for tuning in. Thanks so much. Have yourself a good night. And we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.